What's up, y'all? It's Antoine Winfield Jr., safety for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up, y'all? This is Jahai Wolf from the New York Giants.
What's good, y'all? This is Sterling Shepard.
This is Justin Tuck. This boy Flex Gilbert, Super Bowl 42 world champion.
Chris Godwin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What's up? This is Saquon Barkley. Dex Lawrence second.
Yo, this is Mike Evans of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
And we about to go live on Flag on the Play.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, Flag on the Play, episode 96. Back here, guys, man, bro. How we feeling?
Chilling.
It's good, man. We're getting closer, man. We're getting closer.
Facts. Joel's about to join, and then Willie had to restart his Wi-Fi quick, so he about to pull up.
All right, bro.
Shit, Bama, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm the champ, bro. You know what I'm saying? Trent tried his little young nigga tricks on me earlier today.
Niggas play, bro. We ain't even playing the Dodgers. Don't even do that. Like, I lost them by 1 point because my quarterback missed a wide open pass. So, I mean, okay.
Bama beat you?
Yeah, he beat me by 1.
I went for it at the end.
Yeah, he went for it at the end. And then Durag, I had a wide open touchdown, literally with 9 seconds left, overthrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
It's ridiculous. But that shit tough. But it's all right though, because college football, feel me?
Bro, we got something to get us through to when the season starts now.
For sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
For sure. But now let's get into this. We ain't gonna be arguing that much. This shouldn't be nothing crazy how it was last episode. We ain't got too much to talk about because we had to get that Joe Montana.
I wasn't even here for most of it.
We had to get that Joe Montana shot the way because that shit is so annoying. But
even better than Lamar Jackson.
Let's just get to this AFC East shit, bro. So Donnie, I'm gonna start off with you. Man, who was the most overrated player in the AFC East?
Oh God, we're starting off with this right away. Oh God, I don't even know if I have an answer to that right now. Let me think for a second.
That's a good ass question.
I got one.
I'm trying to. I mean, like,
I already know what niggas gonna say.
maybe. No, he's not really overrated anymore.
Man, it's nasty too.
Dude. No, come back to me. Come back to me in a minute. Let me think about this.
Manny?
The most overrated player in the AFC right now, in the AFC East.
Mm-hmm. The most
I got one.
He's not really overrated, but like, damn, it's hard to like overrate him, but like, because he hasn't really proved nothing. But like, Drake made nice.
Oh my God.
He nice.
Yes, sir.
He nice.
Yes,
He nice.
sir.
He nice. But the way y'all talk about him, he's not that yet. It takes time. It takes time. But he's still good though. But he's not where y'all at.
Drake made Joe Milton.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what you're
Trying
talking
to
about.
tell
I'm
trying to tell you.
Yeah.
So, Josh, who do you think is the most overrated player in the AFC East?
I mean, as of right now, surprisingly, there's not much, but the guy that comes to mind for me is probably James Cook. As much as I love them coming out, I had him as a top 3 running back coming out, but people are trying to use him to try to be like, oh, Josh Allen, elite run game. Guys, Josh Allen was a part of that elite run game, so let's stop being nasty. All right, He's not a top 10 running back, so that's my pick.
I like that. He's not Manny, but I like that.
No, I'm not. I
think he's around.
I don't know people who have
He's
him.
around
I ain't know people have him.
Oh, people have him like top 8.
Yeah, I see him. I think he's around that 10 to 14-ish range.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Nigel?
Most overrated player. He's a new AFC East member, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Sir.
I've heard people, and this kind of hits home because obviously the Steelers, but I think the Steelers kind of easily won that trade, in my opinion. I mean, they got Jalen Ramsey, who is not the same corner, who's not the same corner that he was like 3-4 years ago, but can still play there and is also versatile enough. He's going to play a lot of safety, obviously, because there's no Minka there. And then people have made the argument that like Minka, just because he's younger, really, that's been the primary argument that like the Dolphins won that trade. But Minka has been he's started hot and then ended poorly each of the last 2 years. And I just don't think he's the same as like what his reputation, because obviously he was like a first team all pro guy, like 2020, 2021. He just has not played close to that. I'd argue he probably wasn't even our best safety last year. I think Deshaun Elliott was better than him, like consistently throughout the whole year. So
yeah, Minka fell off.
Give me Minka Fitzpatrick.
Durant.
This is definitely a rough one because there's not a lot of overrated players I'm thinking for that division.
They nice.
I'd be different.
They are.
I got one.
I know who you're gonna say. I know who you're gonna say.
No, I'm not saying him at all. He on the same team though.
You talking about Breeze?
Oh.
He's talking about Breeze.
If they might be Breeze, can't lie.
Wait, who?
I don't think that's what he's saying.
I don't think Breeze. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Breeze is overrated no more. I think Breeze is overrated.
I don't think he is.
He been overrated though.
Underrated.
He been overrated.
Nigga, you were saying he was better than Bijan. That's overrated.
But when they first came out,
that was a whole.
But when he came out, but when Breeze came off that year,
when
Breeze came off that year and then he bounced back again, everybody's the nigga Breece Hall, and then his O line's terrible. Like
He's
bottom
been
third,
terrible when you say
bottom three.
His O line been terrible when you say he was better than Bijan.
Nah, wait, was it? Nah, it might have been worse. It might have been worse. It got worse. Like his O line got worse. This is the best O line he ever had.
I think I got one. Yeah.
If I had to go somewhere, I'd probably be different. I'd say go Mike McDaniel.
Oh damn! He didn't even say a player. He's the coach.
Yeah, I'll go Mike McDaniel. I'd be different.
That might actually be the best coach.
No, that's
legitimately
because the way people talk about it, they talking about like he's a Kevin O'Connell. Even
I've heard it. Remember the Shanahan comparisons? I remember those.
Yeah, I just think at this point,
what?
Yeah, Manny.
Yo, niggas is nasty.
Yeah, so I think at this point, I think people are starting to overrate him a lot at this point, and honestly, he probably gets fired at the end of this year. I think that's
probably. There's gonna be a lot of good offensive ones that get fired. I think.
Yeah. I ain't gonna forget what he did to Tyreek Hill last year.
So Bama, who was the most overrated player in the AFC East?
Come on, man.
I could be so gross and say somebody like DeMar Hamlin. So
what's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's something wrong with me.
Hey, that's a cook. Hey, man, I respect it, man.
Hey, you feel me? But I ain't gonna do Trent like that. You know, this Trent show, you feel me? So I ain't gonna be egregious like that.
I respect
that's
it.
That's bad. I be getting sick of him. You know what I'm saying?
Friendly show, man. Come on.
I will say Sauce because he was in top 2 corner talks and he's never traveled more than 2 feet outside of one side where he's from. So I will probably see same people, same team. So you could just arguably say the Jets is just overrated because there's so many people on that team. It's overrated, but I'll go Sauce.
All right. So
that shit blow.
Willie, who do you think is the most overrated player in the AFC East? Your mic muted right now too.
Mike.
I had another person in mind, but
I got one in mind.
It's gonna pay me to say this because he's an Old State guy, but I gotta say Garrett Wilson.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Oh wow!
Why?
Oh my god!
Only reason why I say that, like, if you think about the potential that he had coming out of Ohio State, and everybody like we've seen guys come in with bad quarterback play and still produce. I just feel like last year, I just wanted so much from him, and Ohio State is old wide receiver you, but I gotta say Garrett Wilson just because he has he lived up to what he's supposed to be since he came to the league?
Yes.
Relative to situation.
Yes. Relative to situation.
Yes. I would say yeah.
Yes.
I say Garrett Wilson. I expect more from them.
Okay.
I expect more, but okay. But
like,
what I'm supposed
I can understand that, but
but like if I'm getting the ball thrown by Zach Wilson,
when I looked at Garrett,
I'm getting double team every game.
When I looked at
and
Garrett,
I still have over 1,000 every year. I mean,
when I looked at Garrett in his draft, what I can say, I don't know if anyone else up here agrees, but I thought he was the clear-cut #1 wide receiver in that draft. I thought he was.
Come on, Donnie.
But
I thought he was too.
I kind of get where you're coming from, but I think relative to the situation, I think he's.
And I'm not gonna lie, when Tay Adams got there, you could
wait, Trent, you shook your head. Who else? Who else are you saying?
He knows Trent was.
I already told Josh. I thought
Trent's a J move on.
Oh, James. Okay, I mean,
pre-ACL injury. I'm not mad at it.
Injury tax.
The best year.
I'm not gonna lie. Wait, Willie, you said Ohio State wide receiver you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you on drugs.
There's no question. Who is it?
It's LSU, baby. Big Tigers.
Stop it, man.
Quality over quantity.
Y'all living off of Chase and Jet. And if it wasn't for Chase and Jet, we wouldn't be talking about that.
OBJ.
Oh my God, he's not even in the league. No, he's not in the league no more.
It don't matter.
Neighbors, BTJ.
It don't matter. Chris Carter ain't in the league no more.
We got Malik Neighbors nice. I get Malik Neighbors nice. I give you that.
What about BTJ?
I said, how we living up Jamar and Jettis?
What about BTJ?
Hold on. We got Jamar, Jettis, BTJ, Malik Neighbors.
That boy, you know what's crazy? Ohio State was supposed to have somebody.
I don't know a better five than I don't know who got a better five than that.
The worst wide receiver that we done had came out so far was last year was Marvin Harrison. He still almost got over 1,000 yards.
Marvin Harrison's nice.
And that's what I'm saying. Like compared to what we just had, and he still almost had 1,000 yards rookie year.
Hold on, Willie. Let me ask you something. Are you talking about like as prospects or as NFL players?
As NFL players.
As prospects, I think I can agree. It's probably Ohio State. But
NFL players is literally
thrown down to the NFL. I think it's
literally.
I think
Alabama gonna try to chime in and say Alabama.
No, it's not.
Maybe like 6 years ago. Not 6, like 4 years ago, maybe.
Y'all are third.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
But no, I'll say mine real quick, and then Trent can.
We got 4 receivers in the top 10.
I think an overrated player, and I think he's just overrated in fantasy. I think Dalton Kincaid. At some point, like we need to see the breakout happen until we kind of start giving him the flowers.
What about
a lot of people thought it was going to happen last year. Everyone was, saying, "Oh, he could be, the next big tight end," and unfortunately, it's not that he was bad last year. He just didn't live up to those crazy expectations. So
he's a good starter, but
he's a good starter. He's a borderline top 10 tight end. Like he's around that 10 to 13ish range, but his talent can be at least top 8. Like I think he could be. I don't know. Like could he be on like the
Tucker
Hawkinson, maybe.
Yeah, like the Hawkinson level. Like, yeah, he can, but it's just we need to see it happen first. And he has the situation to make it work. It's on him. So that's
all that LSU talk once Jeremiah Smith get in the league.
I mean, that should sound good. That should sound good.
That should sound cute.
It sounds good. We like it. Literally sounds good when we have the top 2 in the game with them, Malik and BT. Like it sounds good. Like it sounds nice. So Kieran.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, what's good? So, Kieran, you just came in real quick. So, who do you think is the most overrated player in the AFC East?
I don't really have like a player. I have a team. I think it's the Patriots, like as a whole.
Good
I think. Listen. I like where the direction Patriots are going. The fact that they're favored in most of their games is kind of crazy to me. I just don't think their offense is good enough to justify that. That's just my opinion.
Not as
all right. Cool. So Willie, back on you. Who do you think is the most underrated player in the AFC East?
Underrated.
Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna lie. Before I was going overrated, I had one more person. I was gonna say, wow, I was gonna be mad.
We gotta go back to praise now.
I think I got one.
I got a couple actually. But...
I don't know. Come back to me, man. Come back to me.
I need a sec.
I got one. I'll tell you right now, the most underrated nigga in the AFC.
Go ahead.
Tyreek Hill.
I was gonna say Tyreek, but I felt like it was.
I still think he's top 5. A lot of people
I was gonna say that. Yeah,
bro. A lot of people think he fell off, but
I don't think so.
Depending on who you ask,
bro. People put him in a cooler conversation.
I don't think he fell off neither, but it was that 1 year. It's like a liability coming off almost 2K. And niggas was like,
yeah,
the man is still a top 3 receiver.
You said who put him in Puka Nacua conversation? Who said that?
No, he'll be here soon.
Who?
He about to be on.
Oh my God, man!
Really,
I heard him in Nico conversations.
Really, you post on IG right now, and you put a picture, and Lily put a poll. Who are you taking right now? Tyreek Hill, Puka Nacua. People either be a 50-50 split, or people are taking Puka over Tyreek Hill.
I'm taking Tyreek. That is crazy.
Hey, like the fact that we're at a time and point where people are forgetting who Tyreek Hill really is.
Yeah, man.
That's a damn shame.
Off one year.
Skins, and they don't
that is a damn shame. Tyreek Hill is a year move of going for 1,800.
Puka not even the best receiver on his team no more.
Uh-oh.
No, that's good.
Say that too
loud. I jack that.
We taking him over Devontae?
Let me read the super chat. Let me read the super chat. Appreciate you up for the $5. Fuck with Gary Harley, but why act like he's the best wide receiver out of Ohio State? And barring injury, Olave has consistently cleared him. And why?
Are you out of your mind?
There's only one player that I thought that might have been better than And I thought
there's
JSN.
never been a
It might
day.
have been JSN.
There's never been a day Chris Olave was better than Garrett Wilson.
JSN might have
Not
been.
a single day.
JSN might have been.
It's been a day.
I don't know about that one.
He said
It's been a day.
maybe a day. Maybe actually
Yeah, he said 1 week 7 game, he was better.
That one playoff game, bro.
Wait, man, Jason or Chris Olave?
In college, JSN, bro.
Oh,
Right
I
now,
was talking about now. I was talking
right
about
now.
now.
I'm thinking
now
JSN.
JSN.
Okay. Olave has like 5 concussions. I mean, it's hard to take any.
I don't care. Give me
Yeah,
the best.
It's hard to take Olave over a lot of people.
Nah, we don't even know what's up with Chris Olave right now.
So
Yeah.
He's on the case. He's on the
Nigel,
game.
who you think is the most underrated player in the AFC East?
I'll
Me?
pick,
Yeah.
I'll pick Tyreek Hill's teammate, Jalen Waddle. Most people don't even have him.
Top 30.
Honestly, if I revisit my top 20, he's probably still in there. Most people don't even have him top 25. Sometimes not even top 30.
I
think.
Do you think that's due to injury though?
I think it's due to injury. I think it's due to misutilization.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's just due to the way he played. I'm being honest. Like,
Due to the way he plays, how?
there's too many good receivers in this NFL, bro. It really might not be top 20.
You can make that argument. You can make that argument. If you're saying there's a lot of good players.
Like,
I think if you put him in a situation though, I think he could easily be top 20 though.
But his hands are so freaking bad, bro. Like
everything else, his hands are not as good as most of the guys that you'd put in the top 20.
His yak.
Everything else is like.
But if we saying that about a receiver, like you can't just say his hands are not good, but because you can have everything else. But if your hands ain't good, it's like, come on, man.
And he's not like the best route runner. He's not the craziest route runner. He got good yak though.
He's a pretty damn good route runner.
He's a good route runner. He has the separation of speed we all know is elite.
Not elite.
Yeah, like he has like
only so much elite route runners in the league. Like
that also.
And I'll say elite separation makes up for that as well too.
Like more than 5, nigga. You're bugging.
When we're talking about being technically refined route runners,
there's like more. There's definitely more than 5.
At that, there's
definitely more than 5.
Elites?
Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely more than 5 for sure.
I could name 3 off my head. They're not even top 10 receivers in the league.
We're talking
there's
about
definitely a lot. Like you're talking about
the elite of the elite.
There's definitely more than 5.
Calvin Ridley, Jared Judy, Tank. Like, come on, bro. These route runners, bro. Like,
Elijah Moore.
Smitty. There's a lot of them.
It's crazy.
Moore is a name I haven't heard in a
a lot of elite route runners, Josh.
Deontay Johnson, like there's
Yeah. Deontay, that boy got that
With his
shit
head
on
on
him.
straight.
That boy got that shit on him, boy.
like that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to this route shit, bro.
Deontay Johnson,
Two people that aren't even in the league. 2 people that aren't even in the league right now: Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper. I mean, they probably are.
Oh my god,
they're not even signed.
That's what I'm saying, but route, like, come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Granted, yeah.
Hey, so Bama, real quick, who was the most underrated player in the AFC East?
Most underrated player.
You could have picked this player, but I ain't nasty. I just picked the Dolphins.
It's a few people, bro. Because shit, bro. Like, I think Lil Cook, but y'all said he overrated, which I just like, bro. What football circle?
Who?
Lil Cook, bro. I think Lil Cook.
He can put in a conversation he don't need to be in.
Underrated? Nah.
People drag it.
When we talk about Josh Allen, people try to put him on a pedestal to be like, oh, Lamar Jackson better, just for dialogue.
James.
Oh, you think it's just for dialogue, guys?
Yes. They gas him for dialogue.
I'll probably say the most underrated player right now. Shit. Could you say like A-Chain or somebody like that?
No, he nice.
I wanted to say him.
No, he nice. I'm nice.
I feel like every Dolphins player's got injury history though. Like one person can come in, the next person go out.
I think Will McDonald's pretty underrated. I will say that.
All right. So, Josh, who do you think is the most underrated player in the AFC East?
Call me biased. I don't care. Christian Barmore. I still think
that's a good call. Yeah.
One of the best game records in the league. He came back from blood clots. The production wasn't amazing, but he was straight pushing doubles to oblivion. Like the dude didn't have.
Now he has Milton next to him, man.
Yeah, now he has Milton next to him. He's gonna have a whole offseason of full preparation coming back from the blood clots. He's gonna be going crazy.
You know what, young brother? I like you, young brother. You gonna be all right, bro. You gonna be all right.
Of course he love that.
Yeah, look at his Bama bias coming in.
Somebody in the chat said Jay Fields.
No, Gonzo's
Well,
not underrated.
I already know.
Gonzo,
Bama remembers that.
Gonzo's not underrated.
Gonzo might even be slightly overrated.
Overrated, yeah. He getting a little overrated.
Like, how he getting overrated?
Because niggas got him top 3.
Gonzo?
He
That's
is.
crazy. I don't think that's crazy.
Bro, I hate you, bro.
There's not 3 corners better than Gonzo.
Yes, there is, bro.
Who?
Sauce is better than him. I don't care what.
Sauce is not better than him. At
Yes,
what?
he is, bro. I'm
At
sorry.
what? It can't.
I'm sorry. They don't.
And playing a video game? Manny.
But
Manny, is he better in the video game? He can't be.
You don't-
He can't be playing football.
Trent, you don't think like Marlon and DBs and them like better than him? Like the ones that's already been proven?
No, Marlo.
There's not 3.
Marlon was top 5 last year.
You don't think
Chris Gonzo's proven enough. He's proven
We
enough.
got PS2. You want to say Stingley? After that,
It's toss up.
Jalen Johnson.
I guess he's arguable. But you
Jair,
Jalen
Jalen Johnson.
Johnson and Trey McDuffie.
Jair needs to show me.
Jair got to stay on the field. I'm gonna say Jair
somebody
can't
else
stay.
who don't move.
Jair
Somebody else
needs-
who don't move.
I'm taking Denzel Ward over Sauce.
Who you talking about?
Yeah,
But Sting don't move.
yeah. Denzel Ward is
I'm taking Denzel Ward over Sauce.
Sting don't move.
he moves more than Sauce.
But he don't move, nigga. He don't move, bro.
And even then, Stingley and what's the name is debatable. So what are we saying?
Sting and who?
Stingley
You'd
and
make
who?
an argument that Gonzalez is 2, Trent.
He's making an argument he's 3. He's not.
Gonzo is like that. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think it's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. Y'all sleeping on
Either way, I'm gonna say it again.
No, Jalen Johnson.
We're talking about size. If we're talking about size, if we're talking about size,
Hold on, Danny. Hold on. We stuck on Stingley. Like I said, you can say PS2, Stingley. Who else?
Sting off 1 year?
Nah, you got
1 year.
Ward.
Stingley.
1 year. You got Ward.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a fuck.
He was on crazy for mad long.
Yeah, 'cause he got hurt. He got hurt.
Trent, you got Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward is not better than Gonzo.
Denzel Ward's a good.
Denzel Ward's not better.
He's good, but I don't think he's better.
Y'all niggas-
Guy like Jalen Johnson in the combo, McDuffie could be in the combo.
What about L'Jarius Sneed? L'Jarius?
No, what?
L'Jarius didn't.
The big 25.
It's not like.
What about Jalen Johnson?
we're talking
No,
about.
Jalen Johnson could be in that combo. Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson's
about, like,
definitely
not better.
combo.
He's not.
If
He's
we're
in that
talking
combo.
about, like, if
Jalen
we're
Johnson's
talking
definitely
about
the same
size, athleticism, twitch, the ability to trail, the ability to jump the ball, like Gonzo's a corner you build in a lab. Except
pretty
he
much.
also has elite technique, if not right there. So Gonzo being top 2 isn't crazy.
His man is good, but y'all really overrate this shit because of what he did to Tyreek Hill that one day.
He does everybody.
That's what y'all do.
He played well against Lamar Jackson.
He does everybody.
He did well against Chase.
He did well against Chase. What are you saying?
He did well against Chase. He did well against Garrett and Tay. He does good against everybody.
Manny, there was only 2 receivers that bullied Gonzo, and that was DK, and that was what's his name?
Garrett Wilson
BTJ.
killed him. Garrett Wilson fried him. Rodgers couldn't hit no throw that
Garrett
game.
Wilson did fry him.
Fried him.
I bet the under in that game. That under hit like hell.
We watched the game. Fried him. 1 row.
Man, I bet the under on Garrett Wilson that game. That shit hit like crack.
Yeah, he did put
specifically.
CD in the
I
show.
literally remember that.
What? He said fried him.
Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, like I said.
Literally, it's literally DK and
Watch
BTJ.
Gonzo guard him. Just watch Gonzo guard him.
He
Forget.
shot him up.
No, he didn't.
Okay, bro.
He fell on his face twice.
He was in straps.
He was
Watch the entire game.
So
I watched every single snap.
You can route up a dude and not produce, though.
Like what?
But Rodgers missed like 3-4 throws that game.
Yeah, I remember against Arizona when Sauce just completely missed the tackle on McBride and then he hurdled the dude. Like Sauce has got to learn to tackle, man.
That's my fault. That's my only flaw with him. That's what I said. That I always say that. That's
no, the other problem is he doesn't travel.
Man,
but
remember
that's
when
not
Sauce? Remember when Keyshawn Boutte put Sauce in the dirt?
That's what I'm saying, though. But Danny, you caping for Sauce. You talking about niggas getting fried. I seen Keyshawn Boutte fried.
Keyshawn Boutte literally put him in the dirt.
Fried sauce.
Put him in the dirt.
That's one nigga out of how many niggas? After 3 years,
he don't guard nobody.
That's a lie. Stop saying
He
he don't guard
nobody.
He don't guard nobody. That's a lie. That is a lie.
Don't sleep on Keyshawn Boutte though. Like that nigga.
He literally, Nigel, his first year, literally barely guarded the main receiver.
He guarded more his second year, though. He guarded more. I'm not arguing his top 3, by the way. I'm not arguing his top 3. I'm just saying you could go down a real bad
don't try him. That's the niggas don't try Sauce, bro. He don't get tried.
I would hope a wide receiver 2 don't fry a top 3 corner.
Wide receiver 2, he guards ones, nigga. I see him guard.
Maybe months.
I see him guard niggas, bro. You gotta stop this. I see him get stopped on Tay Adams. You seen it. I literally
He was not Forte. I watched the whole game. He only got it for 4 snaps.
No, not 4 snaps. You trying every snap?
I watched
how'd it go? Every snap. How'd it go?
Every snap. How'd it go? I watched the full all 20.
Every snap. How'd it go? I'm asking you.
Huh?
Every snap. How'd it go?
You know,
Sauce had a holding on Tay.
No, he never had a
Sauce be holding too. That'd be.
And then Sauce had to play. And then Sauce had to
That
play
is
when you
another
lock
thing,
him up on the
though.
drag.
That's a good.
So, I mean, what is that? What are you saying? Like.
So I'm hearing there's a lot of problems with Sauce. He's a whole
that Vikings
he
game.
can't tackle. He can't tackle.
Hold on, come on. And this is what I be talking about. Sauce. He did not guard Jamar Chase.
It's a lie. It's
a bold face.
This is a lie. This is a lie.
All these stats when people bring up with Sauce Wing, oh, he locked up Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase.
He did lock up Nico Collins though.
He didn't lock up.
Wait, what
guarding him?
Nico play that game?
He's not guarding him. How you lock somebody
this year?
They played back-to-back years.
They played that first year. I know the Texans scored like 6 points. I don't remember.
Yeah, and then they played again last year.
I don't think Nico played.
But I think he played the year before.
And
I think Sauce guarded him the whole game. When CJ played like
No, I know he didn't play the whole game. Tank Dell was Stroud.
I don't remember.
But anyways.
Anyway, Dave, you're up.
That's so funny.
It's okay though. We coming back. It's okay.
You're up, Dave.
We still two-time first team All Pro, baby.
Whatever. It's easily Tyreek Hill, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think
y'all putting a lot. Like to me, he's still a lock top 3 guy. We put someone like that in Puka conversations and Nico Collins conversations.
Nico
it's
nice.
like Nico nice, but we got to remember Tyreek Hill is literally the most dangerous man in football. We're literally last time we see him with competency around him, he was an MVP candidate going for 1,800 yards on pace. At one point, on pace for top 2,000. So easily the most underrated guy because
I think
he get back right is like, man, if he hit the trade block right now, he got a different team. He's changing the entire landscape of the league right now.
So
that's Tyreek Hill.
That's one nigga.
Donnie, who you think is the most underrated player in the AFC East?
Since no one here is giving respect to offensive linemen, I'll shout one out. Elijah Vera Tucker is still one of the best guards in the NFL when healthy. It's just the issue is he's just really hurt a lot. I still think he's one of the 10 best guards in the league. The pass protection has gotten better with snaps. He hasn't really, that was the thing about Vera Tucker, coming out was that, the anchor was pretty bad. I remember when he played Kayvon Thibodeau in college and he got spanked the entire game. So moving him to guard was a great decision. I still think he's one of the best guards. It's just he's got to stay healthy. I think he's a name because people always look at the Jets offensive line and say, oh, it's bad. It's bad. I think it has potential. It's just you need to see improvement. You need to see Luke Fashanu take a step. Let's see how Amar Membu plays. Elijah Vera Tucker stay healthy. Let's see how Joe Tippmann plays. Like all this stuff. So I don't know. I'll say Vera Tucker just because everyone here hates offensive linemen and he's a top 10 guard.
I don't hate offensive linemen.
So, Willie, did you come up with a player in mind you think is the most underrated?
I'm gonna just go back since everybody else said. I'm gonna say Tyreek Hill. Wasn't he just voted the number 1 player in the NFL like a season ago?
Like
he was.
And now and
that quick we forget. Apparently.
And now we put him in the cut. Like there's under no circumstance should he ever be put in the same sentence as Puka Nacua. Like come on, man. Like what? Like stop. Puka again.
Goal line at 9. Fascinating. That's
like
Donnie, take your people, bro.
We're talking about a Hall of Famer, man.
That's too high a little bit.
Literally, like
a little bit.
All right,
a little bit, but
Karen, did you come up with a player of mine?
I'm just gonna go with like Deion Dawkins and the entire.
Oh, Deion's pretty nice, bro.
I don't think they get enough credit for helping Josh Allen last year, the season that he had. So I'm gonna go with him. I think they're just underappreciated at the end of the day. So.
All right, bet. So, Donnie, back on you. Who do you think is gonna have the best offense in the AFC East?
Bills move on.
Okay. No, I'll put it like this. Does anybody have a better offense than the Bills? Nobody.
I mean, boring.
I'm
so dead serious. I'm so dead serious. I'm gonna say boring injury, which is crazy because this team can never stay healthy, but I mean,
no, the defense
they put points on the board.
The offense always stays healthy.
The Dolphins put points on the board. I mean, 2.
Is their O-line going to be like better than bottom.
Actually, I forgot because they lost Armstead.
Like, I mean, dude, like Buffalo.
And their all-line was bad with him.
I know the weapons aren't great, but like, dude, you have Josh.
Yeah, I forgot about
that. Is that in my opinion? That's the second best offensive line in football. You got one of the best tackle duos. Spencer Brown, Deion Dawkins, fantastic duo. It's up there for one of the best.
I forgot about the Armstead
retirement. Cyrus Owens could take a huge step at guard. As long as Allen is there and James Cook is hopefully back, the run game's going to be
Joe Brady calling plays.
A top 5 run game because it has been, the last couple of years. So
I mean, the Dolphins can still be top 10 though.
Joe Brady still calling plays. Kicking like it's
yeah.
All right, so Donnie, let's look at. We all basically got Bills and Dolphins. So Donnie, I'm gonna start with you. Then, who do you think has the best defense? Who do you think has the best defense in the AFC East?
If we're talking personnel wise, it's probably the Jets personnel wise. Aaron Glenn, he's had some good moments. It's been inconsistent. He also dealt with injuries when he was at Detroit. I think if the Bills are healthy, there's a chance because that team last year was massacred by injuries on their front seven. Like if Ed Oliver can stay healthy, if Joey Bosa can stay healthy, they have Greg Rousseau. If Matt Milano can finally stay healthy for once, a top 5 linebacker, if he can stay healthy, that's the level he can be. It's just, and I hate taxing the team because of injuries, but it's quite literally at this point every single season. The last time they had a healthy defense was when Josh Allen had maybe the 2 greatest playoff games I've ever seen in my life in 2021. So it's been a while.
They had Trey White.
Is Trey White on the team?
No, not no more. Oh, he's on the team.
No, I said was he?
That's another part about the Bills. I think corners are good. I think Christian Benford's underrated. I think Ty Johnson is an elite slot player. I think, as much as I wasn't a big fan of Maxwell Harrison, I know there's clear upside there, and McDermott's done a good job developing corners. Like, there's potential there. It's just they got to show me that they can stay healthy. So I'm not going to say them. I'll rock with New England just because I think they have the star power there. Is that the best interior duo in all football with Milton and Moore? That is disgusting. That is two athletic defensive linemen that are going to zoom by every center that they can go up against. The edge rushers may not be elite, but their interior pressure, as Josh has said before, interior pressure is more valuable than edge pressure, especially if you have some really good ones. Linebackers are good. They have a top 2, if not top 3 corner in the game. Mike Vrabel is great. I'll rock with New England.
Do right.
I mean, I could hear a case for all 3 of those teams.
Not the Dolphins.
Not the Dolphins at all. Not whatsoever. Like Donnie said, the Buffalo is too injury riddled, and honestly, even when they're injured, their depth is not good whatsoever. They don't have the depth that a great defense needs to have. The Jets have shown it time and time again. Outside of when Salah got fired and then went down a cliff, so I probably go the Jets that are the most proven, but I could definitely see New England with Mike Vrabel. They got a damn good cast, good interior, solid linebackers, very solid secondary. So, I'll do the Jets though.
Josh,
I'm going New England because Donnie said the best of the interior pressure is going to be amazing, but one guy I'm banking on to break out heavily is Keon White. This guy has just been waiting to emerge, and one of the reasons why he hasn't been able to is because he was getting triple teamed last year because he literally had everybody on the D-line hurt. What he's supposed to do with no players on the D-line healthy and no good players out there. And now we finally got Barmore fully healthy, Milton on the Patriots now. He's going to have help. He's going to be getting way more one-on-ones, and he's going to be feasting on them. So I think the Patriots team have the best defense.
Magic.
I was gonna say the Jets, but then I realized the Jets probably had a pretty massive downgrade at their second corner spot because they went. I mean, they're going from DJ Reed to Brandon Stevens, and Ravens fans couldn't wait to get him out of town.
They might go rookie.
I don't know CJ Mosley either.
They might go rookie.
And no CJ Mosley. Yes, and no CJ Mosley. So I'm actually gonna go with the Patriots. Obviously, Barmore will be there for a full season, barring anything. We've just spent 10 minutes talking about how good Christian Gonzalez is. I think he's definitely that top 5 level corner at minimum. And like I said, you bring in Vrabel. I think because even in like 2022 and 2023, they were still a top 10 defense. Last year, they just fell off a cliff. Everything went wrong for them. I think they can easily get back to that level. So give me the Patriots.
All right, man. Who do you think will have the best defense in the AFC East?
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna go Jets, bro. I mean, Quentin Williams, the D line. I mean, I know we talking about Sauce being overrated, but the blueprint there, I just feel like the Bills, Dolphins, there's too many question marks there where I feel like they got to fill it. Whereas the Jets already got some pieces. It's just them living up to the standards and expectations of what we had already set for them. You know what I mean? Because things when we talk about with Sauce could be a great corner. We just nitpicking, travel a little bit more, maybe a few more other things. Whole part, bro. I think the Jets.
All right, Karen, who you think is think you have the best defense?
I pretty much agree with Nigel and Donnie. I think it's going to be the Patriots. I think Mike Vrabel is going to make this defense even better than it already was because in 2023 they were very good. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the Pats.
Willie, who you think is going to have the best defense in the AFC East?
I want to say the Patriots just because, but I think it's the Jets. They have an elite pass rusher. And like we did just spend amount of time talking about Sauce, but he's an elite DB. Like he's one of the best in the game. So you have an elite pass rusher, elite DB. Like I got to roll with that. But again, I'm not sleeping on the Patriots. Like Mike Vrabel, to me, he's gonna turn that defense around. But I'm gonna roll with the Jets.
All right, Joel, what up? Appreciate you pulling up.
What's up? Thank you for having me on.
Word. Who do you think is gonna have the best defense in the AFC East?
It has to be the Jets.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the talent, and I feel like now we have good coaching. At any year the Jets have had good coaching with this talent, they've been a top-level defense. I think last year was an anomaly. Even with Robert Saleh, when he was still coaching the team, the defense wasn't bad. It fell off completely when he left. I just think we still clearly have the best linebacking duo in the division with Jamie and Sherwood and Quincy Williams. The defensive line should be much better with Jermaine Johnson coming into the fold and being healthy. And then Quentin Williams, I think, is arguably the best defensive lineman in the entire division. I just think the secondary is what scares me a little bit. But I feel like there's things that scare me about the Patriots too. Like I think the defensive line is talented, but the pass rush, I mean, they're counting on Harold Landry to get after the quarterback. So I think that's not a recipe for success either. So I can't understand how those are the two teams at the top based on their defensive personnel, but I also can't fully count out Sean McDermott and what the Bills have going on. Like I think the Bills, when they're healthy, are going to be as good of a defense as any of these teams.
Word. All right, so since you missed a few, I'm gonna ask you these questions that I asked everybody else before. So we started off with Joel. Who do you think is the most overrated player in the AFC East?
Oh, here we go.
Overrated. Well, depending on who you ask, I think the easy answer, the layup is Tua. I think that's the easy layup answer. What were your guys' answers?
I said Drake.
I said don't
Drake May.
I said don't.
I said he's a great player, but he's overrated by where people like attest him already.
Okay.
I threw out Mike McDaniel.
I heard people say he's like almost like borderline top 10 quarterback.
Mike McDaniel's hilarious.
So I said Brees. Majority of people said what the fuck did I say? I damn it.
I know someone threw out King
One of y'all said Sauce.
I said the entire Patriots team. So
yeah, somebody said the entire. What's it? Karen said the entire Patriots team. Durag said Mike McDaniel. Thing Nigel said. Who'd you say?
I said Minka Fitzpatrick.
Minka.
Ashford said Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, Willie said.
Right.
Willie said Garrett Wilson, which was kind of.
I'm a Jets fan, bro.
I see why he said it, but it's like I disagree about it. But it's like there's not that too many overrated players. And then
it's not.
Well,
what do you think? He's got some talented players.
And then then the last one, Joel. Who do you think is the most underrated player in the AFC East?
Justin Fields.
Oh my God! You don't believe that. You don't believe that.
Hey, shout out 4-2 as a Steelers starter.
I get the loyalty. I get the loyalty. You don't believe that, game.
A lot of us say Reek. Because like people are underrating Reek right now. Based off
I said Elijah Bear talker.
I asked why.
Okay. I was just fucking with you guys. I don't think he's good, but you saying Tyreek Hill actually sparked my answer. I think it's Jalen Waddle.
Thank you. I said
him.
I said Jalen Waddle as well.
That's cool.
I think Jalen Waddle, like he gets put in conversations that he doesn't belong in. Yeah. I think he's so much better than how people are like making him out to be right now, because he's the sacrificial lamb in that offense. Like everything goes through Tyreek Hill, and Waddle is used as a decoy. I feel like if he was a number 1 wide receiver, the numbers would definitely reflect that.
Another thing, they threw a lot of screens to Devon Achane, and like having Achane like split out, not even like a normal halfback, like normal running back screen. Like they would have him come out like he's a wide receiver. Like they would give him the ball that way.
Yeah,
and
like
normally you see Jalen Waddle be used in that
good,
way.
Man,
so.
but
I'm pretty sure I saw a snap where he was
there's
at
a lot of
like
what you're talking about too, Nigel, is like with the Dolphins offense, they changed it around to be more of like a quick passing offense.
Yeah.
And I think that's another reason why I'm lower on Tua, is because they are so afraid of him getting hit and getting hurt that they have to change up their entire offense so he doesn't take hits, which you want to keep your quarterback healthy, but at the same time, it limits you. It puts a ceiling on what you can be if that's what your offense is entirely. And Mike McDaniel has adjusted to that perfectly. But then when they run into good teams and teams basically hone in on that, we see how it falls off a cliff. And that's why I think he just holds them back a lot.
The stuff the Texans did to them was ridiculous. It always stands out to me.
Yo, Norman.
What's good, Trent?
What's good? All right, so you came in a little bit late. I'm actually just because we're doing the AFC East breakdown right now. So, number 1, who do you think is the most overrated player in the AFC East?
Most overrated.
Yeah. Who can think?
I think the AFC East is hard. I think everybody's properly rated.
There's not really any guy that's like, I would say, excessively overrated.
Okay. All right, cool.
Like I would say,
okay, go ahead.
I would say like around like last offseason, and I fell into this too, but around last offseason it was like Garrett Wilson. But I feel like I saw Garrett Wilson around top 10 receiver, but I feel like people are putting him in like hyping him up to be like a potential all-pro, but like probably him, but I don't know. I don't really have any current examples. I think how Patriots fans like I'll say I don't even know if I want to do this, but I'd say what some people expect from Drake May is a bit overrated.
Yep. I agree. 100%.
People like Durag Gay.
It's not
Durag Gay. No, like but I said Drake is good. I just want to see it. Like I gotta see it for like because some of y'all be wilding with him.
I think people expecting Drake May to take like a huge jump and be like a Pro Bowl level quarterback. I think that's a bit too far of a jump for him to make in your shit. I don't think he's that realistic.
He made a Pro Bowl. What are we doing?
He got
by Pro Bowl, I mean like
I can't.
I mean, dude, if he makes a Pro Bowl, that means he needs to make a Pro Bowl over 2 of the big 4. So.
Patrick Mahomes didn't make the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. So
is Drake May better than Geno Smith?
No, absolutely not.
Not right now.
I can't wait.
No.
I got y'all noted, man. I got y'all noted.
July 2025.
Y'all want to know what's y'all talking like this about Drake May just like makes me so happy, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this makes me so happy.
Is Drake May better than Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
No. In July 2025? No, he's not.
2025.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. I'm a Jets fan.
I can't.
Did somebody say he is better than Aaron Rodgers?
In July 2025 he's not better than Aaron.
I ain't gonna say too much more.
I thought somebody said it. I thought I heard somebody say yes.
I'm saying yeah.
We can wait and see.
I'm saying yeah, just because of what A-Rod did to my team. I got a personal beef with A-Rod.
Oh, okay. So taking that personal beef out, if you had to choose right now, you choose A-Rod. Okay, all right.
I respect it.
All right.
Is he better than Bo Nix?
Right now,
I think so.
In July,
I wish he was with Sean Payton. I wish he was with Sean Payton.
The offensive lines could not be any more.
Drake barely played.
He definitely ain't better than Caleb.
He didn't barely play.
Ain't gonna lie, the game he played.
He played like 12 games.
He played a good amount, Trent. He played a good amount.
There's a sample. There's a sample.
It
was not a 6-game sample size.
I might be thinking about the wrong person now.
He started like 10 games, I thought, did he?
He started more than that.
I'm saying,
I'm gonna say it again.
Because they had the Joe Milton.
They benched Jacoby
in July of 2025. Probably not.
Damn, so
I'd honestly take him. I'd take him. But that's he started 12 games, played 30.
Y'all just have to really understand how bad this is.
I mean, we can see after
That's why
Josh.
But like that also leads to my next point though. Like the situation offensively is still not the best.
Like
y'all need to relax.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If Drake was on like the Broncos.
But we're relying on
Josh, the offensive line.
If he was on the
if Drake was on the Commanders, he'll be.
Josh, the offensive
you know why
line
this conversation is going to make me mad? Because I used to hear that there is no bro. We're not gonna.
But Manny, you know
I'm on record saying. No, Manny, you know that thought he was better than him.
Manny, you know I'm on record saying. I said whoever them two would have got drafted to Washington was going to have a great year, and look what happened.
No, that's a lie. I'm the only person who
I'm on record saying
I'm
on record saying that.
I'm on record saying Washington's going to the playoffs before the season even started.
Nigga, that has nothing to do with what I just said.
What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, Drake made. Bro, there's levels, bro. There's levels.
It's not levels, gang.
There is levels, bro. I heard Jada Daniels can't do nothing with a Cliff Kingsbury offense. Nothing.
What? You're lying.
Donnie didn't say that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Donnie did say that.
That was Donnie.
When did I say that?
That was Donnie hating on Cliff Kingsbury. Don't do that because I already said Jane Day was going to.
Donnie has a personal and rightfully so.
Yeah, I have a personal hate towards
Y'all lying about this man right now, bro. Y'all lying about JD5 right now.
He was literally the
Daniels. He always was.
He was always the perfect fit. Are we
Y'all is really lying.
Jaden was a perfect
bro.
We're talking a spread offense. We're talking a spread offense, 11 personnel, vertical passing attack.
Jaden Daniels bread and butter.
Y'all never told me that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Like Aaron Dolphins, that fits Jaden to a team.
Y'all are nasty.
Wait, what I didn't tell you though?
Y'all are nasty, bro.
What did
y'all all told me Drake was gonna be better, bro? Y'all all told me this.
Yeah,
like
whoa.
It's 1 year.
It's night and day. Like I don't think Drake does nothing better than him. I told you that in college, and I'm telling you that now. It's night and day.
Manny, I have a question. Manny, I have a question. Manny, hold on. I have a question. If Drake May would have went to the Commanders
and Jaden went to the Patriots would be good. I don't care. Jaden is better than him.
You're lying.
You're lying.
Are you guys hearing this, man?
No, because y'all lying, bro. Y'all did not think the Commanders was gonna be this good.
Then none of them did.
Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Nobody Commanders being one of the threats, bro.
Like what Manny said, there's levels to this. That team overall, talent-wise, is clearly better than New England.
So, Bama, here's my thing, though, right? Time out. Bama, here's my thing, though. I'm on record. I didn't think the Commanders going to make the playoffs, but I definitely said, it's on record, whoever got drafted to the Commanders between Drake and what's name, because we all know Caleb's going to go number one, going to have a good year because their situation is not that bad. And I've been saying
everybody in the chat.
The Patriots situation was easily the worst of the top three.
So look at the chat. Nobody thought he'd be good.
It was generationally bad.
This time last year,
and the worst offensive line.
There's too many people talking.
This time last year, the Patriots were projected to get the number one pick. They were the betting favorite to get the number one pick.
Literally.
So yes, the situation is.
I mean, we all know the Patriots situation is way worse than the Commanders. We all know that.
But what's the argument here? Drake May wasn't leading the Commanders to 12 wins.
No,
he's not. Not even close.
All I'm saying is Manny's victory lap right now, which I understand it because it's year one, and we had a big ass argument last year that with the whole JD Drake May shit and it went super viral. So he's victory lapping. I was like, all right, number one is year one. Number two, situations matter, bro. Because like I said, I really think if Drake was on the Commanders, we wouldn't have him be having this conversation. It would be a whole.
Trent. The same way we said, Trent. It's the same way we said in college. If Drake was on LSU and JD was on UNC,
it would be a whole 180 conversation.
No, it wouldn't. Jaden's just better than him, bro. He was better. He's better than him. Like, there's no conversation. I'm better than you at everything. At literally, I think everything. The only thing Drake probably does, I don't even think he throws a better deep ball to him. He's not more accurate than Jaden with the deep ball. Like, what he do better than him?
I'm not mad at Manny's victory. I'm not. I'm
cool with Manny. I have no problem with that gap. I
respect it.
I got no problem with
You
JD
gotta
did
give credit
too.
where it's due.
Because I don't have a problem with it because Michael Manning said, and what happened? JD did have the best rookie quarterback season of all time after CJ Stroud.
And Drake would replicate it.
And not only that,
but Drake would go fed though. Drake would go fed.
Wait, what?
Drake would have played well.
Drake's not going fed.
No, I don't think Drake
not
will
going fed.
replicate it.
Drake's not going fed. You know how bad the defenses fear Jaden Daniels running that football, and he just as effective passing, bro. Drake is not doing that, bro. I'm sorry, he's not.
Not like JD though. Come on.
No, I ain't saying that. Drake is a hell of an athlete.
Yeah,
that's one of the most underrated aspects of him running the football.
Just like this.
No, Drake is one of the best rushing quarterbacks.
Drake may sophomore year of college have like 700 yards can run, guys.
I'm not gonna lie. No, I mean, we're gonna see this shit because Drake still got talent around. So man,
he definitely. That's what I'm saying. He got weight.
If Drake ball this year because he got Diggs, he got Kyle Williams,
he can ball all he won't. He can ball all he won't.
If he ball out, you gonna be able to. You gonna be seeing what we're talking about.
Will Campbell.
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying though, you're gonna see it
because at the end of the day, Jaden's gonna get better than what I saw last year.
Nigga, okay.
I'm wondering.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No,
How is Jaden going to get better?
He's not going to get better.
Statistically,
he might. You might say he might get better stats wise. I mean,
no. I think Jaden's probably going to get better eye test wise. Statistically, there's no way he's better than what he just did.
Yeah,
I think he could throw for 4K. I think he could throw for 4K.
What does Jaden need to improve?
I think he could throw for 4,000.
JD was top 5 in EPA per play. He was one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. I don't see him being top 5 in EPA per play once again this upcoming season. I think it's very hard, for him to replicate that again.
I think he's gonna regress.
That's not crazy.
Dude, and
I thought you meant like your whole career.
I definitely
Also,
from a stat perspective, this year you will regress from a stat perspective.
He definitely can throw for 4K.
I think he could throw for 4K. I'm sorry.
I think he can throw for 4K, but like
efficiency wise, he's gonna regress. As long as he plays all the games, of course he could.
I definitely think he can play for 4K, throw for 4K, and run for a K, and throw for 30 touchdowns. Yes, I think he can do it all.
Running for a K is crazy.
That's not impossible.
That's not dragging.
Justin Fields did it for what that means.
He gonna run for a
That's what he could do. Like what?
Jaden Daniels was 4th in QBR. He was 4th in QBR. Him being better is being like a legitimate MVP candidate, if not winning MVP. That's what it is.
That's my projection for him, though.
I'm personally not mad at it, and I think he could actually run for. I don't think that's out of the.
I don't think it's crazy, but
I think.
I mean, what did he run for last year? Like 800.
I think
800. He missed a game.
And right. And then he had that weird game at the end of the year. So I think it's possible.
People are saying EPA is the BPM of the NFL.
No, BPM is sad. BPM is bad.
I just think that
BPM is
chat,
way worse.
they don't
BPM is way worse.
Yeah,
way worse.
Yeah, the chat I don't think understands how EPA is calculated.
EPA is heavily scheme related, but it's still a good stat.
EPA just takes into account context.
Like, I mean, dude, like look at every single Niners quarterback in EPA history. They're always top 3, no matter which. Jimmy G, Brock Purdy. I saw Trey Lance top 10 once. Like,
so Donnie, are you making the case that
EPA is just
like
context?
Offensive coach.
Hey Norman, hey, listen, you can push that. Go ahead.
Every Super Bowl he's been in, choked.
I'll say this: EPA. EPA is definitely the best stat for measuring like in offenses and defenses, like efficiency on both sides of the ball.
Yeah,
it's way better. Like it's way past points per game. Any type of like yards, points metric, it's way better than that for sure.
It's a team stat.
It's a team stat.
But I think individually, like it's not bad to measure players by that, but there's also a lot of mud in that data. Because it's like, affected by team situation a lot.
There's no such thing as
it's like every other stat. You have to take it with a grain of salt. It's just a piece of information.
The difference between that is like EPA versus total yardage per game. The difference is essentially EPA takes into account context. Like for example, if you have a 10-yard gain on 2nd and 11 versus 2nd and 10, 2nd and 10, you getting that first down, it adds expected points to that drive versus if you're 2nd and 11 and you get to 3rd and 1, you know, it's still successful, but you don't get the first down. So it just takes into account like yardage and down and distance instead of just like regular stats. Because total yardage, you know, there's quarterbacks that can accumulate a lot of yards in garbage time and it's not actually impacting winning. So that's the only difference. I want to go back to the overrated player thing because I actually I actually thought about too. So I think with the Bills, I think Keon Coleman's overrated.
Based off what?
I don't think Keon Coleman is just mid. I think he's mid. I don't think he's gonna be awesome receiver.
Where was he drafted at again?
No, he was a second rounder.
He was a second round.
Second rounder.
He was the first pick of the second round.
I think the Bills are like expecting him to break out and be their guy. No, I think Khalil Shakir is clearly better than him, and they shouldn't bank on any Keon Coleman breakout. Like I don't think he's all that. I think he's all right.
You shouldn't bank on it.
No, I don't think so.
But you shouldn't not even putting a nickel into it.
No, I think for his career he's like a 500 to 800 yard receiver every other year.
He's basically a slot receiver.
I think what he is he's somebody that is going to run deep and take stress off the intermediate areas. He's going to be essentially a decoy. I don't think that he's like a real threat. I think for his size, his ball tracking ability, and his ability to come down with contested catches is kind of lackluster, and his route running isn't where it's supposed to be. I think he was overdrafted because of the physical tools, but the college tape didn't even showcase that he was a great separator.
Man.
So
the college tape where he was the college tape. All he did was run curls and comebacks. Like he kind of got a point though. If you really think about it, I can't even disagree with him.
That's a tame take.
His route running isn't even his calling card. What his calling card is
contested catches. He's a big receiver.
His ability to jump off was mid this year. He was mid at FSU too.
I mean, damn, nigga, it's year one. Shit.
Yeah,
and
like
the next receiver, I'm not receiver, and the next player I think is overrated. I think he's getting slightly overrated, not crazy overrated. I think it's James Cook.
Yeah.
Oh, I literally said that.
I saw the Bills' offense this past season, and I'm like, yo, I think Ray Davis looks better than him sometimes.
Ray Davis be toting.
You think Unc look better
Ray
than
Davis
James Cook?
be toting, bro.
You think Unc look better than James Cook? Yo, you're
Ray Davis be
Davis
toting,
look
bro.
better than James Cook?
You said Ray Davis?
Ray Davis be toting.
He don't believe that shit. Look at him, man.
I'll be better, but Ray Davis be toting, bro. Don't sleep.
But I don't think James Cook is a top 10 back in the league. I don't think James Cook is a top 10 running back in the NFL. No,
I don't either. I agree.
For that too.
I agree.
The only reason why people gas him up is to push some anti-Josh Allen agendas. Be like, he had an elite run game. He's a part of that elite run game. So shut up. He's a part of that.
Probably a bigger part of.
I agree. What's his name? Not top 10.
I mean, Nigel. The only dude who's a part of quarterback who's a part of more name is Lamar.
You can tell he's slow.
Damn, Ray Davis.
That's it. It's literally
Davis, baby.
Ray Davis is nice. What are you?
Ray Davis be toting, bro.
Ray Davis as a receiver is like nice.
Now Unc been nice, bro. Unc been nice.
Yeah, we done changed the definition of nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Unc been nice.
As a receiver, he's nice.
Yeah, about to say because now we
nice as NC, bro.
We tripping crazy. But so Norm, I'm gonna go back to you. Norm, I'm gonna go back to you. Who is your breakout player in the AFC East?
Breakout player.
Yeah.
There's.
I know who Joel is.
I'm gonna say
Andre Cisco.
Yo.
I thought G-Baby was on this file for a second.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. We don't play in Jacksonville no more.
He plays for the Jets.
Okay.
I'm gonna just say, even though I don't think Drake May reach that Pro Bowl, I still think Drake May. I think he's poised to be like he's gonna take it. I still think he's gonna be better. Like he's gonna break out a little bit. Like I think we're gonna start seeing like it's like Josh Allen in like 2019 where he started like showing like like legitimate flashes of like this guy could be one of the elites. I'm gonna go Drake May. I'm gonna stick with May. Even though I think he's overrated, I still think he can break out and take a jump.
Yeah. All right, Joel, you got anybody else outside of Andre Cisco? All right,
Cyrus Torrance.
Damn it, he stole mine.
Come on, man.
Damn it. That's a good one.
All right.
I gotta think of a new one.
Sure, Josh.
My breakout player. Guess who's playing his natural spot this year? Olu Fashanu.
That's fair.
That's my breakout guy. He's gonna be an amazing pass protector.
Now we respect offensive linemen. Okay.
Come on, like bro, he has to lose. I seen the flashes, just limited playing time. I think he's gonna be great this year.
Okay. Bama, who you think is he's gonna be the breakout player in the AFC East?
Breakout player in the AFC East. Yeah.
I got one.
Honestly, bro, my dog Jalen Waddle, bro. Y'all gonna put respect on him.
Oh, you think he's gonna break out?
Break out because
life reserved.
Tyreek already talked about he really didn't want to. He don't want to be there. You know what I mean? He already planning his retirement. So it's like shit. You might as well go ahead and start to feature Jalen.
Who throwing the ball to Jalen Waddle?
Tua.
Come on, bro.
Zach Wilson.
How many games?
Yo, can I ask something real quick? What are the odds Quinn Ewers just plays?
He'll play week 17.
30%?
Like
30?
No, I'm dragging.
You're the one who told me how bad Quinn Ewers is, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro.
He might play week 17.
Let's think about it for a second. Tua, and I knock on wood because I don't want it to happen, but let's say an injury happens, and then Zach Wilson is just so bad that he has to get benched.
I don't think Zach will be as bad.
Quinn is next up.
I don't think Zach will be as bad.
With that O-line, Manny?
This is why I disagree with your take. Quinn Ewers isn't going to see the field because the breakout backup quarterback of this league this year is going to be Zachary Wilson. Give Zach Wilson a chance in a good offense.
Let's keep it pushing.
No. Joel, say that again.
Zach Wilson, when he gets his opportunity this year in that Dolphins offense, watch him work. Those numbers are going to be up. He's going to have good games, and we're going to be like, the Jets failed him. The Jets failed Zach Wilson because I think the Jets failed him. We didn't have the right tutelage. We didn't have the right coaches. You heard what he said the other day in practice. He said, this is the first time the coaches are telling me I'm late on throws. We weren't coaching him up. With the Dolphins, he's getting that right coaching. We all know he has talent. He was a former second overall pick. Watch when he plays with Miami. Watch out for that.
How are you in your third, fourth year in the NFL, and a coach still have to tell you that you late on throws? Like, come on, man. Like stop it. Like
that's nasty.
But I can guarantee you this:
you don't see that on the tape.
If Tua run a deep ball, I bet you don't get.
Thank you.
If Tyreek run a deep ball, it don't get underthrown.
Come on, man.
I get you.
So,
get overthrown.
Josh, who's your all right? Josh, your breakout player?
Yeah.
All right, then. Yeah. Bam money. Okay. Nigel, who's your breakout player? Yeah,
breakout player.
I got mine.
I really don't want to go with a rookie, but
you going with Keon Coleman?
No, although I kind of thought about him, but I'm not going to go with him.
I thought about him.
I was thinking of Travion, to be honest. Travion Henderson.
Come out the gate with it.
I like Ramondre. I still think Ramondre's a good back. I think he'll probably end up going somewhere else maybe after this season and being a pretty, at least a serviceable back somewhere else. But I think this is probably going to be Travion Henderson's backfield by the end of the year. I think he's in a position to succeed, even with the mid Patriots offensive line at best. But I just liked what I saw from him in college. So give me Travion Henderson.
All right. Willie, who do you think is going to be the breakout player in the AFC East?
It has to be Drake May. It has to be Drake May. I don't even think.
Just play better. That's all I want. Just play better.
Yeah, it has to. Manny.
I'm not gonna say he's gonna be a Pro Bowl, but you got to be him.
I think this is the year, man. Jay Fields, man. Time, man. It's time to break the barrier.
OH.
It's time to break the barrier. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Jay Fields breaks out this year, man.
The agendas are gonna go crazy for me.
Yeah, I can't wait for the AFC South episode. I'm just about to start saying anything.
What is nobody taking Dalton Kincaid?
I thought about him also.
Donnie thinks he's overrated.
I said him for the most overrated, but that's also just because we had such high expectations last year, and he really did disappoint. And I understand Joe Brady isn't the biggest fan of using tight ends. I understand that, but you're talented enough to be a slot receiver. You're talented enough to be a great line player. You are talented enough to be as good as DJ Hawkinson. I just haven't seen that jump yet. So,
but Donnie, here's the thing: Khalil Shakir is getting the bulk of those slots.
And I get it. I understand. I get it. But at some point, man, if we're talking talent, he might be the most talented weapon on that team. You could argue he went first round for a reason. So I just want to see it. And it is year 3, so maybe he can take that jump. That's it's fair to say him. But
So
I'm not completely out on him.
I'm not out on him. I'm not.
I feel what you're saying. Durag, who your breakout player?
I'm gonna go with Braylon Allen. It seems like right now there's like a little uncertainty with Breece Hall and his future with the Jets. And I did like what I see with Braylon Allen last year, and he's 20 years old.
Yeah, he's like 20.
Young as hell. The talent is there. I think he could definitely break through, especially with a better O line. Revamped coaching staff. There's gonna be a lot to hope for.
By the way, can I switch mine?
Go ahead.
Oh, Stephon Diggs gonna finish his Hall of Fame offseason. It's Stephon Diggs. Baby.
Oh yeah.
Stephon Diggs having the Hall of Fame offseason.
Yeah. I like that.
Can I change my pick too? I want to change it.
Go ahead.
I feel like I had three, but I do believe in all three of them. But I have another one. I think Breece Hall breaks 1,000 yards this year.
I think that's
he's too talented to not be an 1,000-yard back. I know yards from scrimmage, he has that. I'm just strictly talking about rushing yards. I think the Jets' offensive line should be much better. Much like what Durag Dave said as to why he chose Braylon Allen. I think Braylon Allen's talented. But if Breece Hall, if it's not this year, then when? This has been the most disappointing player, I think, this past season for me. I was expecting more. So if it's not this year, I mean, when is it going to happen? I know the injury brought back a lot of his momentum down because when he got hurt, I mean, he was playing like one of the better running backs in the league. But I still feel like that talent is there, and I want to see it this year from him.
All right. Well, so before we get to Donnie, because we got two more before we talk about some other things, y'all go to my pinned comment. Y'all go to the Vitamin Energy website. Use my code. Get buy one, get one free products. You feel me? Got the shit from the show. So we can, you feel me? Y'all can help me bake bread. That's the first sponsor we got from the pod. So,
sir,
go to my pinned comment. Go to Vitamin Energy. Use my code. Buy products, bro. No bullshit. But Donnie, I'm gonna start off with you. This one's kind of like
hold on. Should I say my breakout real quick?
Oh yeah. Where you say your breakout?
Breakout. Trent's gonna like this one because this was a guy I really did like when he was coming out of Houston, and I was gonna be the starting left tackle. Yeah, I think Patrick Paul has the ability to be a plus starter. The pass protection tape at Houston was great. It was great, and like that was with iffy mechanics, iffy footwork, all this stuff, but it was still great. So tools are great, athleticism, plus guys, all this stuff. He was under Tyron Smith the last 2 years, which is going to be massive for – or not Tyron Smith. What's his name? He was under Tyron Armstead in the last couple of years. He's finally getting his chance to be a starter. Yeah, I'm all in on Patrick Paul. I've always had the idea of let's draft this guy in the second round, be a developmental player, and he could become – I don't know if he's ever going to be an all-pro or if he's going to be a consistent Pro Bowler, but this is a guy who can easily be like, I don't know, who's like a good, like Spencer Brown, like a really, really good top 15 tackle. Garrett Bowles, like a good top 15 tackle.
Garrett Bowles all pro.
So, yeah, I was gonna say he's higher than that.
Well, I mean, how about Garrett Bowles before he broke out? So like a good.
Yeah, because
was my
I like Patrick Paul.
So what's his name? Let me ask y'all this because this division is ass. So because this next question was going to be teams you expect to regress, but it's like how much worse can these other teams get? So it's like might as well no point and bring that question up because again this is doo-doo. Donnie, I'm gonna start with you. Last one, obviously. What's his name? Division standings.
All right, let me pull up. Hold on, let me pull up the record real quick. Hold on, I gotta pull it up real quick. All right, here we go. Bills. I think them and Baltimore are going to be fighting for the 1 seed. I think that's pretty obvious. I mean, Kansas City can be up there too. I just have some questions about them, and they've been. I know they had a dominant regular season last year, but they've also been a little up and down in the regular season over the last few years. So I think both Baltimore and them will be fighting for the 1. I got Buffalo getting the 1 seed, going 14-3. Don't really think I need to explain much with that. New England, I mean, this is me and Durag's hot take, and I'm starting to lean off. Maybe I might hop off the train just because the edge room does really scare me, and the offensive line isn't great, and I want it to be, but it's not there yet.
Oh, yeah,
I do think New England could be a borderline playoff team. I think they could kind of be like the Lions a few years ago. Like they started off really bad Remember that?
Jamal Williams year.
They were like 1-7, and then they just went nuclear in the second half of the season, and they were this close to sneaking in as the 7th seed, but couldn't quite get it. I could see a range for them. Right now, I have them at 10-7, getting the 7 seed. I think that's a little nice for them right now. I might bump down to like 9-8, have them get like somewhere around that. Kind of like Cardinals last year, Lions a couple years ago, where they're like that 8-9, 9-8 range. Like you see good improvements, but not quite there. I don't know. Jets and Dolphins, flip them however you want. These two teams are going to be awful. For now, I'll say Jets are in 3rd place. I'll say 6-11 for the Jets. Dolphins, I'm going to say 5-12. This is the worst secondary I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yo,
dude, Storm Duck and Jason Marshall are their starting boundary corners. That is a nightmare. Kyle Williams is going to be toasting them in his rookie season blindfolded. Like, this is going to be bad, man. It's going to be one of the worst secondaries in all of football. They're going to be terrible, man. So, yeah, I'll say Bills 1 easy, Pats 2. I think that's also easy. Jets 3, Dolphins 4.
This Patriots shit got to show me, but
they got to show me too, and I'm a Patriots fan, bro.
Like, this Patriots shit, this Patriots gimmick. I got my
easily
eyebrows.
the second.
You already have the baked in.
My eyebrows.
We're not easily nothing.
They're not easily
the second best team.
No, they're not.
I don't think they're
easily.
I literally just asked the question. The only thing the Patriots have better than the Jets, I believe, is a quarterback.
And coaching, which is probably, you could say, might be the two most important things for a football team.
Like this Patriots gimmick that we talking about.
And it's not, and everything else is not a gap.
I know the Jets O-line also has potential, but I've been told by so many people the Jets O-line could be great for the last 3 years, and it has been. So.
I more so believe
Tyron Smith.
Okay, I more so believe in Mike Vrabel.
I was told Tyron Smith.
What are we talking about?
What's up?
What are we talking about with this New England Patriots gimmick, though? Like, what are we talking about?
I don't like Trent. I'm not gonna lie.
We're talking about a quarterback who's as talented as that, with a better situation around him, a better offensive line, a better group of weapons. He's going to have a consistent pass catcher out of the backfield. The guy who's going to be able to run the ball as well. They're going to have. I know the Jets.
The O-line's not
good. It certainly is. Yeah, you have a better O-line. But is that really saying
better? But it's not good.
The Jets have a better O-line than the Pats.
This shit is a crazy. Like, this Patriots gimmick is crazy.
Bro, you guys know our starting center is still the worst center in football. Garrett Bradbury.
That's what I'm saying. They signed Garrett Bradbury.
I would hope
the O-line Jets offensive line you were hating on.
My thing though. I would hope your O-line gets theirs. I would hope your O-line gets better when your O-line is ass. I would hope.
Really?
And it is better, yes.
But
Will Campbell. I think you guys are just underrating the. I think you guys are just underrating underrating the additions that they made at tackle, because Morgan Moses and Will Campbell is a million times better than anything they had last year.
Easily, because what if Tua is healthy?
How you like Jukes?
What if Tua can play 10 games?
What if? Listen,
that's the biggest what if of the century, though. That's the biggest what if.
Yeah, we saying that. Oh, we're talking about the Patriots.
Trent, I agree.
Hold on. Willie, here's why I said that. We went from the Patriots being a top 3 pick, and what pick y'all said? They went back to back top 3 picks.
You know what's funny though? I got the funny thing is my top 2 is the same as his though. So I got the Patriots second too.
Trent, you're right. What if Tua is healthy? I agree. What if Tua is healthy? I agree. But did I not just say like 3 minutes ago that is the worst corner room I've ever seen in my entire life?
Yeah, I feel you, but
Kyle Williams is torching.
They can win games alone,
and he can still torch that secondary. Josh,
they can win games with that offense, though. At the end of the day,
yes, they can. Yes, we can. But we all not everyone up here, but we all have a valid reason, and we clearly know they have a valid argument to have the best defense in the division.
I can get with that. I can understand that. But again, it's not enough to say easily it's the second best.
Not easily
because really we're banking on the Drake May own breakout, which we don't know, but it can happen. And I can just say if niggas play their games, if Tua is playing, the Dolphins are going to.
But Drake May just has to be better than Tua.
if we're playing
Justin Fields, that's not hard.
Hold on.
It's not.
If we're playing the hypothetical, hold on. If we're playing the hypothetical,
I don't think the Patriots are good as a team, though.
If we're playing the hypothetical, let me ask this. Let's say Drake May breaks out and Tua stays healthy. Let's play the hypothetical.
Yeah, my nigga Diggs just came off of ACL. Like, y'all wildin', bro. Like,
which team is it? Let's play the hypothetical. If Drake May
just came off of ACL, bro.
Like, they just come off of ACL. Like, you do that with other teams, 92. So I don't know why you're not trying to do this to the Patriots. Like, their main receivers just came off of ACL injury.
Yeah, our top receiver came off of ACL. The receivers after him are still butt cheeks. Like, bro.
I don't understand this Patriots talk that we have here. Like, I don't understand.
Williams has to be like,
because Kyle Williams to be a demon.
He gonna have to come in and be on some timing.
Listen, and I just admitted a few minutes ago, like, yes, 10-7 is probably dragging it. I don't understand why in this division where they're playing the Dolphins and the Jets, two teams that I think that they can beat, if Drake May takes that jump, why can't
you know what Manny can say? You know what Manny can say that you're not gonna hear it? What if Justin Fields take that jump?
Oh boy, oh shit.
I mean,
outside of the Bills, everything.
Who would you rather bet on taking the jump?
You said
I'm about to say we talking about a year two player.
Who would you rather bet on taking that jump?
Obviously the year two player, but that's
still why are we talking about that then?
Because it can still happen.
This whole division is a what if outside of the Bills, bro. Like
literally.
Outside of Bills, everything is a what if.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a biased person because the schedule that I see is not hard. Like, for
I don't think the Patriots
it's
are
not that bad.
it's
It's actually a pretty easy schedule this year.
It could be a 9-8, 8-9, some shit.
I think the Jets.
That got him at 9-8. That's where I got it.
By the way, we say, Manny, you said the schedule is not hard, but the Patriots play the Browns, the Giants.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, yo, don't do that. We beat the Patriots.
Hold on.
We got fourth place scheduled. That's why it's so easy.
You play the Giants, the Jets. You play the Giants, the Browns.
The Giants are stinky.
We're beating the Patriots. Stop doing that.
You saying like
ain't nobody scared of the New York Giants?
The Giants' defensive line would maul the Patriots' offensive line.
Yeah, you can say all that, but we're not scared of their offense. We're not.
Of course, like
they just need a couple good drives. Russell Wilson could give you that.
I just need to give the ball.
Well, you can have more faith in 34-year-old Russ than a year two Drake May.
I think the New York Giants are going to have a better record than the New England Patriots. Yes, I do.
Yeah, with the hardest schedule of all time.
Division?
The Giants ain't you put money on that goal. You put money on that.
Talking about beating
the New York Giants. They could have the top 10 defense this upcoming season. Absolutely.
I heard that last year too.
Top
five.
I heard that last year too.
Last year from who?
Yeah. Who's putting money on the Giants?
I was told Kayvon Thibodeau. I was told Kayvon Thibodeau jump. I was told Brian Burns.
I don't think Kayvon is good. Good. But they have Abdul Carter. They got Dexter Lawrence. They got Brian Burns. I think Abdul Carter is legitimately going to be a Pro Bowl level player.
Drew Phillips.
Their QB room is nasty though.
This is why I say
that QB room is nasty though.
I don't think the Giants are going to be better than the Patriots.
Respect my son, Anakin Skywalker.
But I'm saying, Donnie, you saying like the Patriots play the Giants like they're that far ahead of the Giants.
No, I'm saying the Giants are going to beat the Patriots when they play them. Let's put money on that.
Me too. Yeah.
No, play each other.
Hold on, Joel. Hold on, real quick. Pats are home. $10 right now.
I don't care.
$10.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's go.
$10, but niggas ain't trying. Y'all ain't trying to.
That's some baby
I'm
money.
predicting this streak. I ain't gonna lie. I need this streak. 1 year, this streak is gonna snap.
Anyways. So, Manny, what's your division standings?
Okay, man. 1 year, this streak is gonna snap. The longest streak in sports.
I just realized you skipped Dave, Trent.
Wait, I thought Dave. Wait,
you don't know what your doctor is.
Oh, my bad.
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really considering y'all like together, like y'all.
Yeah, together.
Whoa, Paul.
Really together.
Whoa.
That's crazy, Trent.
What do you mean, not? Because y'all both
crazy. I got the same thought. So
it's been 15 years.
Anyways, I'm trolling.
I think this is gonna be the most fun year I've had.
Hold on. Do-rag. What's your division standings?
Oh, it's easy.
So Bills clearly winning it. I think two things for certain. Bills are winning it. Offense, y'all last place because y'all can't stay healthy for shit. And the defense is abysmal. I will lean the Patriots over the Jets because I think if we even talking about just the quarterback taking a jump, what we do know, I think it's pretty evident. that Drake May is that much better than Justin Fields as of today. Mike Vrabel is a proven head coach, and we know with Mike Vrabel, he's gonna have his team fight every single game, and I think that's going to get you a bare minimum 8 wins, especially with their schedule. So I do think it's gonna be Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins. I feel pretty comfortable about that too.
Manny,
got the Bills. Then I got my team, the Jets. Then I got the Dolphins. Then I got the Pats.
So you think the Patriots are gonna finish last?
Yes, bro. I don't see the hype, bro. Like I don't see the hype. I'm sorry. And especially
you really think the Dolphins are gonna be worse?
No,
or better. I'm sorry.
I just think the Dolphins' offense clears. Like y'all, like so, like
they gotta play defense though.
They gotta be healthy though.
That's fine, but I think they could win games with offense.
With the Dolphins,
Manny.
Y'all offense is literally banking on a year 2 Drake May.
And the Dolphins' offense is banking on Tua staying healthy,
man.
That's more likely.
No, it's not.
It's not more likely. But you can't just wish injury upon somebody. And his injury.
It's not wishing injuries.
It's like on his head, though, bro. So like it's like different, bro. Like it's not.
It's a repeated pattern.
I feel like the Dolphins are kind of getting underrated in this conversation. They've always been a 500 team, if not better, when Tua has started. And the defense, I think that the loss of Jalen Ramsey is getting overblown. Now, I don't think Minkah is the same quality of safety he used to be. I think he has regressed. And I actually think the Steelers ended up winning that trade. The cornerback position is definitely in question for Miami. But that defensive line, when healthy, Zach Sealer, with Kenneth Grant, with Jalen Phillips, with Bradley Chubb, I think that's gonna. I know they have history, but I think it takes a lot of pressure off of those corners. And Anthony Weaver, he was able to have the Dolphins as a top 15 defense this past season. I think he's a good coordinator. So I'm not willing to just say the Dolphins are going to be a bottom barrel defense.
Storm Duck and Jason Marshall, guys. Just remember that.
Yeah, okay, but Donnie, you can't just solely focus on the secondary, bro. When they have some good players.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's not fine.
We're not gonna be better than the Patriots.
Group, bro.
You can't just.
We're not going to be better than the Patriots.
And Jordan Brooks, by the way, who's awesome.
If we're talking about coaching, if we're talking about the front four. Christian Barmore, Keon White, Milton Williams.
And you guys are overrating Mike Vrabel as a floor raiser, bro. He's literally just he's gonna give you what you got.
Bro, Mike Vrabel hitting the ball off the 2-2. That's Mike. Like, what you mean?
You got like that defense. You got like the defense.
Hitting the ball off the 2-2. That's what I know Mike Vrabel for.
Yeah, I'm not like that. That's why I think like this Patriots gimmick that we got.
If you like that defense was a performer, Mike Vrabel.
Trent, you can disagree with me, Drew. That's they're not going to be worse than the Dolphins.
Let me tell you something right now, Donnie. Donnie, you're banking on a crazy.
You're banking on Tua staying healthy, Manny.
Bro, I'm telling you this right now, Donnie.
They have Zach Wilson backing him up
you know
now.
I'm a Stephon Diggs fan. And Stephon Diggs is not the same. Y'all, that nigga's gonna be terrible.
Literally. Thank you.
You're literally banking on Stephon Diggs.
We're banking on Diggs.
If Stephon Diggs isn't the same receiver, the Patriots are gonna be ass. So
would you argue
talking about with this Tua shit can be the same thing?
Donnie, would you argue that the floor of the Dolphins defense is much higher than the floor of the Patriots offense?
No.
What?
Yo, you're lying. You're lying.
Hold on. Repeat that one more time.
Basically, like what's
No. I know it. Repeat that one more time. Yeah, repeat that one.
The floor of the Dolphins defense, do you trust more than the floor of the Patriots offense?
I don't got to think about this, and I'm a pass.
Because what the floor of the Patriots offense is what one of the worst in the NFL. I don't think the
offense is literally the worst.
If we're going to talk about injury concerns with Stephon Diggs, then I'm bringing them up with Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb. I'm bringing up with because neither of them have been able to stay healthy. So we're talking about the absolute.
Time out. You see how on both teams have huge question marks that we're talking about with each other. Huge question marks.
But there's one question I don't have at all, and I know the Patriots defense will be great.
Donnie, let me add another question mark too. Right? For teams as a whole.
I can say the Dolphins offense is gonna be great.
Donnie, in the draft.
There's questions though,
Josh, can you?
Josh, go ahead.
You say they're going to be great with that O line. I don't think the O line gets.
I mean, hold on, because I didn't mean to cut you off, Josh. If we saying that, I don't know. This Drake made breakout shit because we still got to worry about Stephon Diggs. The O-line still some shit.
The O-line still dirt.
Will Campbell hasn't even played a game, and I love my
Hold
dog.
on. I want to get to that many. Because what was people like Donnie clamoring about the entire draft cycle about Will Campbell? The fact that he might have his stick at tackle. So why
No,
would
I said he'd be a good tackle, but he'd be an all-pro guard. I'm on record saying that, Josh.
That's my goal. I don't care.
But main concern was he wasn't gonna stick.
No, I said he can play both. I said he'd be a good tackle, but an all-pro guard. I literally said that.
That's what he said. That's what he always said. That's what he always
I
said.
remember you telling me that he was a guard.
So Donnie,
he's an all-pro guard, and I think he's a good tackle.
So Donnie, you trust the Patriots offense more than the Dolphins defense?
If we're
factoring injury history,
I mean,
it's not possible.
It's not
possible.
Wait, it's not.
Don't just factor the talent that both of those sides have. That's it.
Okay. If we're saying screw it, everyone stays healthy, then yes, the Dolphins defense is probably because their front four is that good when healthy,
and their offense is
that
healthy.
shit ain't never healthy. That's a problem. They ain't got no secondary really to back up
Well,
either one.
Position or bust. This is what we talk about with the Bengals all the time. The Bengals probably have a better O-line than the Dolphins do. Like this is what we talk about, and they clearly don't have a quarterback as good as Joe Burrow. Like it is the skill position guys, and that's it. Like it's Achane, it's Waddle, it's Hill. I know we were talking about Patrick Paul earlier, but he hasn't really proven it at the NFL level. And the rest of that O-line is like. It was bad in terms of run block. It was bad on both fronts, but especially in terms of run blocking. HN had no holes. Like the Dolphins' offense could easily be mid, and then with the defense, I'll get to my Dolphin stuff in a minute. But
no, keep cooking, Nigel.
The floor is the same to me. To me, it's the same. To me, it's the same when you factor in the injuries.
You factor in the injuries.
I think it's the same. I would give the slight edge to the Dolphins, but. I
agree with Nigel. You factor in the injuries. I think their floor is damn near this. If you say everyone stays healthy, then yeah, if that front four stays healthy, they're going to be fine. But I don't know if they will.
Hey, so Willie, what is your division standings for this year?
I think obviously we all got the Bills. Bills to me got the most talented quarterback in the NFL. I got them finishing 13-4. Mahomes is the best. I said the most talented. All right, most talented. Mahomes is the best. If you talk about, put it like this: everything you want Lamar to do inside the pocket, Josh Allen can do inside the pocket and outside the pocket.
He cooked, boy. I love this dude right here, boy. I ain't gonna lie, he cooked.
But that's a conversation for another day. But I got the Patriots finishing second, 9-8. So, but for me, it's more so of Mike Vrabel. I'm a Mike Vrabel fan. I want him to come coach Ohio State if we didn't win the national championship. I got the Dolphins finishing 6-11, and then the Jets. The Jets gonna be. I got them 5-12. I just don't believe in Justin Fields. It hurt me because Justin Fields was my dude at Ohio State, but he ain't showed me nothing. But yeah, so I got Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets.
He was that boy.
He was.
Bills winning the division. I think I had them at 12-5. Yeah, I had them 12-5. Maybe anywhere from 11. Anywhere to 11 to 14, honestly. Patriots. Let's go back to my earlier point. I actually had them tied initially. I actually gave them a win, so I gave them 8-9, and the Jets 7-10. So Patriots edging out the Jets for second. I think the Jets. We've kind of talked about it. I think that people have kind of forgot how much talent the Jets have on both sides of the ball. I think their floor is a lot higher than people think. I mean, Justin Fields was starting for the Steelers, who are more talented than the Jets, but it's not like some crazy tier gap in terms of defense and then like offensive line talent. And they were 4-2. We still got to see with the Jets coaching staff, but I think their floor is like at least 6 wins. Like I'd be surprised if they like sucked. I'd be very shocked. So I had them at 7-10, but I have the Dolphins like fighting for the number 1 overall pick. I think they're going to be terrible. I just hate everything about their team outside of, like I said, the skill position guys. Achane I'm high on. Still think Tyreek. I don't think he's like the top 3 lock that we've been pushing, but he's still Tyreek Hill. And I was talking about how Jalen Waddle is very underrated to me. But the offensive line has shown me pretty much nothing. They lost their best player. Tua, we've already alluded to the injuries. it's funny. Joel was talking about the changes in the Dolphins offense. They did that after a year where Tua actually played all 17 games, and then he came and still played 11. Yeah. So counting on him to stay healthy is is I don't know, that's just not something you can count on to me. I think if you get 11 to 12 games out of him, that's a W. And then if you're counting that, then you have Zach Wilson, who I don't think is going to be some breakout backup quarterback. I don't think the Jets failed him, but not to the point where Zach Wilson's any.
All right, bro. Geno, Sam. We got one more. Zachary.
We got one. Okay.
That is a good.
We'll see Sam in Seattle. Hey, Sam. If Sam is decent in Seattle, we might need to have a talk.
We might. We really might.
Yeah, but anyways, I have the Dolphins.
Oh, Bama, what's your division sentence for the AFC East?
Of course, you just say the sky's blue Bills, maybe. But I know how the NFL works, bro. I'm not just set in stone to where y'all just think, oh, these players bad, because funny things happen in the NFL. But I'm gonna go Bills for right now, number one. And like I said, call it my Bama bias. Go with the Dolphins too. Still figure out a way to make it work. A lot of what ifs involving great players around there. Tyreek Hill was top 3 receiver. All of a sudden, people don't know how the offense gonna work. Still, as long as Tyreek Hill here, that go your engine. Banking on injuries, that's kind of nasty to me because at the end of the day, it's football. Everybody's one injury away. So I mean, if you just gonna bank on the injuries for one group, you might as well just use that for everybody. Tua, as long as Tua plays, they pretty serviceable as long as he don't take any concussions and don't say shit about it. But when Tua plays, he performs pretty well and that team wins games. 3, I'll probably go the Jets because I like Justin Fields. I just think he hasn't really got a fair shot for real. So I'm going to go Justin Fields. Hopefully Breece Hall reemerge again, one of the premier backs in the NFL. They're going to probably lean on that run game heavy, having Justin Fields to help that run game. And then, I'm sorry, bro. Drake May got to show me. Drake May got to show me, bro.
Joe Milton doesn't, though.
Because he looked better than Drake May. They had to get rid of him.
Bills practice squad, man.
I don't care. It's the NFL. How many niggas can go out there and look good against the Bills practice squad?
A lot of people.
Me.
Like, what? What are we doing, bro?
You would throw 6 picks by motherfucking the first quarter, I guarantee on the Bills practice team, Josh.
So look. Anyways, Joel, bro, what's your division standings for your division, your team?
I think that the Justin Fields breakout is real.
You think 15 years ends this year?
And no, I'm just kidding. I got the Bills number 1 pretty comfortably. I think that's an obvious one. They're going to dominate this division unless Drake May breaks out and proves that he's an upper echelon quarterback. I think the Bills are going to run this division. Number 2 it was interesting hearing all your guys' answers. Some having the Patriots, some having the Jets, some having the Dolphins. I think Nigel went out on a limb having the Dolphins last. I think that is it can happen if Tua doesn't play the entirety of the year. But number 2, I have.
Yeah, the Jets, man.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots, bro.
All right, bro.
Listen, I really do believe in the upside of the team and the defense. I think the Dolphins are right below them. I think the Dolphins have a very high floor. And then I have the Jets at 4. I just don't think Justin Fields I don't think there's a good quarterback in Justin Fields, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he can become a good quarterback. I don't think he is a good quarterback. I think he holds back offenses. And I think Garrett Wilson's probably going to benefit a lot from his presence because he stares down his primary receiver. But other than that, no, I don't think the Jets are going to make much noise. And Aaron Glenn, I'm still very iffy on him because he's only had 1 year with the Lions where his defense was actually great. It was this past season. Every other year, it's kind of just been average or towards the bottom of the league, and especially how he schemes up his defense. He's very aggressive, always playing man-to-man coverage, and that is susceptible to a lot of explosive plays down the field. So I still have to see Aaron Glenn prove himself, not only as a head coach, but as a defensive coach, not just for one season. So I think that's going to be my division rankings.
All right. And then Karen?
Hey, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Yeah, I got the Bills pretty comfortably. I mean, they got Josh Allen, so, like, he's obviously going to contribute to a lot of their wins. I got the Dolphins. I don't know what Donnie's smoking, that the Patriots are easily better than them. Even with Tua out, they, like, still were around 500 for the entire season. So, like, I mean, their team also they get a lot worse. Yeah, like, and if Tua plays, like, I don't know, 80% of the games, I still think they can win 8 or 9 games. So,
I agree.
And then I got the Pats 3, and then the Jets 4, sadly. You know, I think the Jets will be more fun to watch this season than last season. So
it will be fun to watch.
Can I ask something real quick? Do you guys think there's a chance that Tyreek Hill could get traded by the deadline?
yeah, possibility, possibly.
Sure.
Okay.
If they suck, like yeah.
All right, so let me real quick. Let me read this. Oh, my fault. Go ahead. I've already this one.
I was gonna say one more thing about the Dolphins, real quick. We get at Tua for stuff, but they are awful. Like if he let him miss more than half the season, they will win like 2 games.
Oh yeah, they'll be
yeah. They'll be awful. Yeah.
They'll
be fighting
awful.
for like.
I'm not even. This isn't even a Zach Wilson thing. This is just them without Tua. Like there's a level to where like Tua is kind of essential to what they do, and the reason why like his
get the ball out quick
is pretty good. If they are without Tua for anything longer than like 8-9 games, I think they'll have the number 1 pick. Like they're that bad to me without Tua.
And then they'll get rid of my son Tua.
So if that team's success is predicated upon how Tua plays,
I know who they
clearly can see. You clearly can see how bad they are without Tua. Why y'all so low on Tua?
I think it's more so.
Like that 15, 16, 17, 18.
Oh, I'm not that low on him. I'm not that low on him.
I think it's more so that the backup. I think the backup is that bad.
What 17 to 20?
That's where he is.
Yeah. That's not
the backup to the Dolphins are just that bad.
But you got Tua or Brock Purdy, Manny.
The reason why I'm lower on Tua is because I think the entire offense is built around his strengths. And when he is not in the offense, when he's not quarterbacking it, Mike McDaniel doesn't adjust to his current backup quarterback strengths all that well. I think when you build an entire offense around somebody, I look at what Matt LaFleur did when Jordan Love went out and then Malik Willis started. The entire offense was like read option stuff and just like babying him to make correct plays. Mike McDaniel hasn't made that big of a switch catering to his other quarterbacks. So I think that's why it drops off the cliff. I also think there's some great traits into his game. He has great accuracy. He gets the ball out extremely quick, faster than any other quarterback in the league. And those are very valuable skills in that type of offense. But asking him to extend plays, that's not in his game. Asking him to make tight window throws with multiple defenders in the area and having him to throw that ball with velocity and power to get there before defenders can close in on it, I think that he struggles with that. So I think that's where I'm lower on Tua. I think Tua is a very good quarterback. He just doesn't have the other traits that can make him an upper echelon quarterback like the numbers might suggest.
Man, y'all, that shit sucks, bro. I fuck with him. He one of the niggas from Redmond. I actually fuck with him.
So Manny, where do you have Tua?
Tua's like he's literally like 17 through 20, bro. I'm not.
Damn, that hurts me to say. That hurts me to say.
Who's better, Tua or Brock Purdy?
I like Brock. I'm higher on Brock than that, but I've been high on Brock. But everybody know I've been high on Brock.
I'm taking Brock Purdy. Like
I think it's Brock.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I've always said this though. But I think Brock's better than like a couple guys.
Brock is probably the most underrated out of.
I think he's. I've always liked Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy's better than Donnie's in Jacksonville.
Like
Trevor Lawrence?
Yes. Y'all too high.
Crazy.
Too high on him, bro.
Crazy.
It's Trevor Lawrence.
I think.
Bro, I can't wait till we talk about the South next week, man.
This is the thing with Brock.
Donnie.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You can say all that what you want, Donnie.
All I know is that There's a
Brock
certain
Purdy
team
never
doing
did
it,
what
it's
Drake
not
made.
Houston.
Trevor Lawrence is the biggest. You got to show me in the league right now. He's
Nigel, all I know is that there's a team down there that's winning in the South, and it's not Houston. That's
Brock Purdy. I'll say this right now. Brock Purdy.
We're gonna see.
People
Hold
think,
on, yo, Bama.
Yeah.
Turn your camera on because I want to have this talk quick
Not
before
you
we head out
stealing my
because we're gonna dip out a little bit
division.
earlier than we used to.
Sick work.
Bama, do you see now my problem with ring culture? And I don't want to make this a whole Jalen Hurts type of thing because we be talking about him every other week and shit. But I'm just asking, Bama, it's a simple question. Do you see my problem with ring culture? Do you see the conversation that's happening right now? That whole shit that's going up on Twitter with the whole Jalen Hurts Cam Newton shit. Do you see that?
Oh God.
Let me ask y'all a question. This is going to be a good clip. This is going to be very controversial, and I want your honest answers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to name a lot of quarterbacks. You tell me if they're in Hurts' position if the Eagles still win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna name the one. You're gonna name about 30. You're gonna name about. Give me like 20 quarterbacks.
Let's start off. With the ones that probably I don't know. Let's see. Sam Darnold.
No.
I would say no.
No.
I'll say no.
Absolutely not.
Behind that line, I don't know.
I'm gonna say no. I'm
gonna say no.
Don't be
I'm gonna say no.
Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
I would say Baker.
Yes.
No.
Okay, let's get the easy ones out the way. So like Mahomes,
Burrow,
Josh Allen,
Lamar Jackson.
Would Dak Prescott?
Yes. I think Dak would win. I think Dak would win.
Healthy Dak, yes.
Stafford?
Stafford, absolutely.
I give you Stafford. I give you Stafford.
What about Jordan Love?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I'm not even a house.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know who I think? You know who I think also wins with that team? I think Brock Purdy wins too.
No.
Absolutely. He absolutely wins.
Let Joe keep going. And I just want to say something about that. Y'all just thinking about it from a checker standpoint. But go, Joe.
Well, go. Keep going, brother.
CJ Stroud.
Yes.
CJ.
Trevor Lawrence.
No.
To me, yes.
No.
That's not. That's
no.
Whatever.
Keep going.
I want to say yes, but I can't.
Hell no.
Why is Kieran on the Trevor Lawrence glaze now?
Kyler Murray. No.
I said no. I said no.
Donnie, I hate to break it to you. Kyler Murray. No.
What about
I don't know.
Kyler's a no.
Wait, Manny.
Kyler's a no. Kyler's a no.
Kyler's a no, bro.
Kyler's a no.
I'm not gonna lie. Jared Goff is a no for me too.
There's
Jared Goff's definitely a no for me.
I mean,
I don't think Jared Goff's a no.
When it comes to Jared Goff,
why is Baker a yes?
He has way more limitations.
Why is Baker a yes and Jared Goff a no?
Why is Sam Darnold? Why is Sam Darnold with Manny?
Hey, let's not argue the points and let Joel finish for the clips.
If he's not done,
Can Joel finish real quick before y'all argue?
Geno Smith.
Absolutely.
Geno Smith. What he do?
Yes. No.
Justin Herbert, that's an obvious one.
Yes.
Easily.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
I'm not. We're not. No.
Keep going. I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this. Keep going. No. Justin Herbert. No. Justin Herbert. No.
It sounds so good. Anyways, Joel, keep going.
Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
Yeah, I might give you JD.
It's not a mic. It's not a mic.
No, it's a mic, bro.
He could have beat them last year.
I'm flipping up for 1 year. Keep going.
It's not a mic. We're talking about what we see, Bama. It's no mic. There's no mic.
I might give you him because it's a caveat. Y'all overlooking. Y'all making the situation.
There's no
caveat. So I can get to what I'm saying.
The last name is Tua.
Yes, I think so. I do. I definitely do.
Tua, but we're hesitating with Justin Herbert. How do you think Tua? Wait, no, Bama.
I do.
Manny, how do you think Tua, but not Kyler Murray? Makes no sense.
No.
Tua has so many limitations.
That's ridiculous.
Tua's not better than Kyler.
Bro, I don't think
Tua's better than Kyler?
I'm not high on Kyler. Kyler's one of I'm not high on Kyler. I'm not high on Kyler.
Tyler, this is your best team yet, man. Just go do it. I'm sorry, they still do it.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
I give Tua pass protection to throw the ball to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and 2-6 in the back.
That's a chance that he can't throw deep.
They win in the damn Super Bowl.
Kyler Murray,
They win in the
AJ
damn
You
Super
give
Bowl.
Kyler Murray protection.
And he has something that Tua can't do.
Kyler's not as accurate to me. He's not accurate enough to me. Like
I'm gonna say
How is he
again.
not
If you
accurate?
get AJ
Kyler's
Brown
nowhere
in
near
this
as accurate to
situation,
Tagovailoa.
if you
He's
talking
nowhere
about in
near
this
Bro, that RPO with Saquon was going
Kyler's
insane,
been
bro.
top 10 in Kyler has been top 10 in on-target percentage every year of his career, man. Like
He not more accurate than Tua.
So Manny, I'm gonna ask you this question again. So wait, so you mean to tell me AJB, Smitty, Saquon, Dallas Goedert, and he's still one of the best rushing quarterbacks in the league. So he'll still have a factor in the run game with Saquon Barkley. They wouldn't win, but Tua can. He's
not as accurate. At certain down, I think Tua's it's just certain way you would play the game. Like you put it's just the way they would play. I don't know. I don't think Kyler would do it.
So Manny, what you're saying is that Jared Goff can do it, but Kyler can't.
I didn't say Jared Goff would win either. I didn't say Jared Goff would win either.
How can Tua do it, but not Jared Goff?
Because I think y'all sell Tua short, bro. I think y'all sell Tua short, bro.
So this is the whole thing y'all missing with the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, even though we're not talking about him. But this is what it will boil down to with all the quarterbacks you named. And that's why I said no for majority of the quarterbacks. So the caveat with Jalen Hurts and that offense, they only call upon him when they actually need him in crucial points of the game. It's not, hey, Jalen Hurts, just go out here and pass the ball over the field. So that eliminates all the Herberts and all of them quarterbacks that just throw up all of these areas. And now we have to get to what these quarterbacks do in crucial and dire times. T-Law out of there. We saw him shot himself in the foot. Justin Herbert out of there. We saw them little boys at crucial times. They shoot themselves in the foot. So now when I put you in an offense that only calls upon you in crucial times, because the Eagles, they emphasize running the ball, rushing the ball. That's what they do. You're lying because they have a great defense. So one thing, when you have a great defense, you don't try to exhaust them. So what you do, you overemphasize the run on the game. So now when we go to the passing game, they only pass in crucial and critical times, and Jalen Hurts answers in those crucial and critical times. That's why it hints. That's why he has the 150-yard games. That's why he has the 180-yard games. 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns, because they are only calling upon him in crucial times, and he delivers.
You know why I don't like that argument, Bama? You, me, everybody probably besides Manny are Lamar Jackson FC. I didn't see Lamar shit the bed multiple times in playoffs. I didn't see him shit the bed. And you put him on the Philadelphia Eagles, he fuck around and go undefeated.
Because even though he shit sometimes, the other sometimes he delivers. Because even in those same games where he shit, because the only time y'all really been, because honestly, the only thing y'all finna nitpick is the first half of the Bills game and the second half of the Chiefs game. That's the only thing y'all been nitpicking.
How many times
he didn't play that good versus Tennessee one time?
The Titans, he had almost 600 yards of total offense.
Yeah, I don't blame for that. They had mad drops.
No, and then when his first year
versus blame him for having 2 turnovers in that game.
He had that one. That first.
What you mean, bro?
He had a drop pick. He only had 1 turnover. I'm not hearing that shit. No, it's only
God. And then the first time versus the Chargers, bro. That team. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying majority of the time did not. There's when you look at the sign for Lamar, you see more bad in the playoffs than good, and you shit with the quarterbacks who got the same thing. But you talking about and these are crucial moments and this and that. Nigga, you're comparing players on way worse teams than
my thing.
This Philadelphia Eagles team, Bama, is literally a top 5 probably the top 5 NFL team ever.
Trent, I hear what you're saying, but again, the only time they call upon the quarterback is for crucial and key times to pass the ball. And then on top of that, you're talking about with Lamar Jackson. This is the first year we saw Lamar Jackson with a quick game. Greg Roman was a terrorist. We saw Lamar Jackson with a quick. No.
Greg Roman right now.
We saw him. Hold on. And we saw Justin Herbert's numbers plummet way down. No more 5,000 pass yards. Right. They emphasize running the ball. Right. Okay. So like I was saying, this is your first year seeing Lamar Jackson with a quick game. This is what I've been telling everybody about the quick game. It's not always about just the 2-minute offense. No, the quick game helps quarterbacks establish establish a rhythm. So one thing we saw with Lamar Jackson, the intermediate pass, he improved substantially in the intermediate game because of the quick game, Todd Monk and all that. They playing to his strengths and everything. So now when we sit back and plug him on the Eagles instead of fucking Zay Flowers and Rashard Bateman, those same receivers that get jammed up across the middle. Now you tell me I got Smitty, I got AJB. For those same routes, my receivers don't break open on my team, and then you sit and see Lamar get put in these back against the wall ass situations, and then y'all get mad when he don't deliver. But it's like the whole game he's in a back against the wall.
Wait, you can't use that.
I have a question.
You can go ahead.
In these past playoffs, actually, in the entirety of Jalen Hurts' playoff career, when has his back been against the wall?
Yeah.
Minus the Super Bowl.
I got one game. I'll give you one game. He lost it though.
Oh, their back against the wall was versus the Bucks. And
was the Bucks? That game he lost it. That was the game. That was
and
the game.
They had injuries. I give y'all that. They didn't have AJ Brown.
You talking about his sophomore year?
No,
that was last
year. Let's keep it to this year. In this playoff from the Eagles just had, how many times was Jalen Hurts back against the wall?
No,
I think the Rams, right?
None.
I think
the Rams?
The Rams. That was
Stop lying. Stop fucking lying saying that, bro. That just wasn't Saquon. He delivered a lot of passes. Bro, that defense, bro. It wasn't. Yes, that snow game wasn't just Saquon, bro. Jalen Hurts had a crucial run in that game. He also hit some crucial fucking passes
in the first quarter.
He also had some bad plays in that game, and let's also not ignore the fact that the Rams had one final possession on offense because the Eagles' offense went 3 and out, and Hurts took a sack on 3rd down, and they had to punt the ball to the Rams. Had the Rams converted and scored on that drive, and the Eagles not gotten that stop, we're looking at that exact drive as Hurts not getting it done, and that being the reason why the Rams won. Against the Commanders, the defense turned the ball over consistently where Hurts, he didn't have to do much. They were playing with the lead the entire time. And then in the Super Bowl, you blinked and the score was 27-0.
Hurts had one. I'm going to say it again.
Jalen Hurts got the ball at the 54 times.
I'm going to say it again. Hurts had one TD, one pick, and
he actually did.
Jalen Hurts got the ball 4 times because of 4 fumbles at the 50 because of the Commanders. They fumbled 4 times.
That's unreal.
That's absolutely insane.
That's unreal.
And like I said,
you know what we call it? We call it witchcraft.
Conversation. I'm gonna say again. It's not a diss to Jalen Hurts. I just think when we had these conversations about Jalen and where people rank him and how you talk about other quarterbacks, like people don't like the ifs, but bro, situations matter heavily because again, when we saw Jalen last year before this Super Bowl, when he had some people injured, your star player injured. You looking like nigga Trevor Lawrence. You looking like Justin Herbert in the playoffs. You look shitty.
He looking bad.
He looks shitty.
The Bucks. Not only did the Bucks,
I gave him a pass
like not only did the Bucks beat them,
but bro, like we can't be like man, you can't like we can't do these situations and this and that. And then the only time we see Hurts perform well is when he has everything perfect around him. And the one time he has thing where it crumbled just a little bit.
Y'all got the excuses.
Like, I'm not going to lie. I think that the situation Herbert had this past season is comparable to the situation Hurts had his first year as a starter, where the Eagles still had an elite offensive line. They had Smitty, they had Goddard, and Miles Sanders was the back at the time, and he's average. But you look at the Chargers this past year. They had an average offensive line. The tackles were really good, but the interior was awful. They didn't have a good tight end. They only had Ladd McConkey, who, like, I think is comparable to Smitty probably, even though I think Ladd is better. I really like Ladd a lot. And the running back was J.K. Dobbins. Ladd McConkey is a demon.
Whoa! That changed quickly. That changed quickly.
Joel, you trolling.
What does Devontae Smith do to Lamar?
He got better hands and he run better routes.
Better hands, more fluid, faster, more deep threat.
How can you tell me he has better hands when I seen Lamar catch the ball over double coverage and score it? Go to the end.
He do it all the time on the Commanders.
Lamar McConkey's in a route runner.
He's
Yes,
not a better route runner than
he's an
Smitty.
elite route runner.
He's not a better route runner than Smitty.
Lamar McConkey has elite hands, and he's
Not like
way
Smitty.
better
Not
after
like
the
Smitty.
catch. Lamar
Not like
McConkey's
Smitty,
way better
bro.
after the catch.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
He hasn't dropped the
That's the
ball.
only
He's
thing
way
Lamar
better after
McConkey-
the catch.
That's the
Yes,
only thing.
yes, without a doubt.
Look, hold on.
Yes, without a doubt.
Come
Without
on,
a doubt.
Joel.
He's a legitimate 4-3 like guy.
Joel,
That's the
that
same.
is legitimately
Yo,
the
Joel's
only
funny,
thing.
bro.
Lamar
Is Smitty
McConkey-
not?
Hold on,
Yo,
hold
you
on,
funny, cuz. You better.
The only thing what's his name has over Smitty, Lamar McConkey is just Yak. That's only better.
I got a question. You
And
think
it's
Lad-
Smitty.
you think
Route
because
running
I
is
think
easily Smitty. The better deep threat, Smitty. Like,
No,
I
Lad.
don't know
Lad.
what's Smitty, bro.
I don't know
Lad is a
about
better
that.
deep threat.
I don't know
Lad
about
is a better deep threat.
did
Lad
Devontae
is better.
Smith-
Lad will get behind the defense quicker than Smitty. Lad is much quicker and faster.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. Man,
I don't
maybe,
even think Lad Lad is
maybe
nice.
we're watching
like-
the wrong Devontae Smith. We might be talking about Devontae Smith that's still at Alabama right now. That's
Devontae
Now
Smith
you talking about the
already-
DB. You talking about the DB, Devontae
Yo, Trent.
Smith. That's what you talking about. You talking about the DB.
Might be, it can't
Now,
be.
if you talking about the DB, Devontae Smith.
Nah, I'm noticing
I
something with
agree
you,
with it.
Trent. You don't give Puka Nacua props. You don't give Lamar McConkey props.
You know why. You know why I don't give Luka props.
Well, we know why.
Hold on. You know I don't give Luka props because
I think Tank's still better.
No.
I still think Tank's better. I
The
still
reason
think
why
Tank's
I don't give Puka Nacua props because it's people like y'all. And the recency bias fan club of Puka Nacua that's elevated him to a top 6 receiver in the game, which he's not.
Yo, let me ask you something. How many broken tackles do you think that Smitty had this year? Broken tackles.
He probably got a
No,
lot.
he's not gonna break tackles. He's 145 pounds.
Lad
Yeah,
had
let me
one
ask
though.
you. How many I think he had? This
10.
offseason.
10, Joel.
0.
He had 0.
0. He had 0.
Hold on. Trent. That's nasty. Because
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of funny.
hold on. The Eagles passed the least out of any team in the league. That's nasty. Like, yes, they did not pass. I'm pretty sure.
Devontae Smith in 4 seasons has 11 total broken tackles. Lamar McConkey had 10 in his rookie
Wait, come
year.
on. Joel, you're just explaining to us why that Lamar McConkey has better yak.
I know.
We know. All he has is better yak.
He don't got better routes for hands.
Since you think Lad is better than,
and he's
since you think Lad's better than Smitty,
Lad's
bro.
routes are nice, but it's not Smitty routes. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
is Devontae Smith the most underrated receiver in the league?
He might
Might
be.
be.
Might be.
Might be.
Is Lad better? Wait, I got a question. Joel, this is an honest question. Joel, this is an honest question. Because you think Lad's better than Smitty. You think Lad's better than GP?
Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
Yo.
Lad is better than GP, dog. Lad is definitely
I swear I'm not.
Lamar McConkey is a
I'm
better
not gonna lie.
runner.
Lamar McConkey is better than George Pickens.
What
Lad
does
is-
George Pickens do better outside of running down the
Lad is
field 30 yards and catch a contested ball? He
got
does
better
nothing
yak.
better than
He got better yak.
There's
He
no
got
way.
better yak.
I'm sorry.
No, he does not.
Yes.
He might
Yeah.
have better yak.
I'm 1,000% saying that.
No, I know you're saying that. I'm not even
about to entertain.
not even coming at you.
Besides hands.
GP gets criminally underrated, and I hate this shit. This shit is so
Yeah, but
good.
GP's not better than Lad.
GP's
I'm
not better than
Yo, how
Lad.
much? Yo, because I think Smitty and Wilson
I don't
kind
know
of
who you guys
close.
think
How
GP is.
how close you got
And
Lad
now
to
he's a Steelers
GW?
fan. He's been telling us this for 2 years, bro.
Lad versus GW?
How close you got Lad to Gary Wilson? Because I got Smitty and Gary Wilson pretty close.
No, Lad, no.
I think
Let's
Garrett
go, let's
Wilson
go.
is better than Lad and Smitty.
Okay, I
agree.
do too. I agree. But how close is the
I
gap?
don't know. I don't think.
I actually let me look at my notes. I made my wide receiver rankings not too long ago.
Bro, George Pickens is dead not a top 20
You
receiver.
think Lad's better than Terry?
He's not, Josh.
He's not, bro.
No,
Yeah, I'm sure. So when he
You guys love the idea of George Pickens.
when he enters that combo for y'all next year, just say
he won't, Trent. I promise you.
You want to bet money?
Might.
Yeah, I would love to actually.
Nah, he probably won't. Wait, where's he playing?
Bet 500.
He's in
with
Dallas
Dak.
with CD.
Wait, what are we betting on? What are we betting on?
Yes, he's with Dak.
No, but what are we betting on, Trent? That he
Nigel.
gets like a ban.
Unbiased.
I'm not betting.
Nah,
that.
I know he gets a
I'm not
ban.
betting.
I know he gets a ban.
No, not. He's gonna get banned.
Is George Pickens even better than Marvin
He was
Harrison?
gonna get. He was gonna get.
I'm
he was
leaving.
gonna
I'm
get
leaving. I'm
13
leaving.
yards this
Yo,
year if
don't
he
ever
hurt.
bring up that fraud again to me, bro.
But
Is GP really better than Marvin?
Marv is a fraud.
Unbiasedly,
Fraud.
he'll be top 20 for you.
Fraud.
By next year.
I got George Pickens at 22.
I'll make
You
it
bring up a
honest
not
top
top, bro.
20.
Don't bring up a not top
Sure,
20 receiver on this pod, bro. Stop
I'm down
doing
with
that.
that.
Okay, but I have George Pickens at 22. Is that crazy?
You have Marvin Harrison Jr. over GP.
I don't. No, I do not. No, I do not.
Oh,
calm down. I was trolling.
Okay.
Lat McConkey's better than Marvin Harrison Jr. My bad.
You said who's better?
Lat McConkey's better than MHJ.
Right now, yes.
Cook.
He is.
Cook.
He is right now.
Oh my God, bro.
And that's not necessarily Marvin's
Joel,
fault.
what you got?
That's not Marvin's fault.
Yeah, what you got?
Last time I did my ranking, Lat McConkey was definitely like my 15, 16 best receiver in the league.
Dang. You have Smitty at like 17, 18?
Yeah.
I got Lad at
17.
20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I got Lad 20. He's 20.
So, Joel, if you can see, who was like 13 through like 15, like 12 through 15, something like that.
I actually, bro, I'm low-key lost this shit now, but let me just tell you the receivers I think are better than Smitty. Okay. I think that'd be easier.
Word.
Tyreek Hill.
Hold on, real quick. Nobody cut him off.
Tyreek Hill, that's one. Garrett Wilson, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, that's 4. Brian Thomas Jr. I'd have over Smitty, even after just rookie year. I would have over him. I told y'all Lat McConkey, that's 6. Then AJ Brown 7, Terry McLaurin 8, CeeDee Lamb 9, Malik Neighbors 10, Amon-Ra St. Brown 11, Justin Jefferson 12, Mike Evans 13, Drake London 14, Puka Nacua 15,
I think Mike Evans.
And I'm gonna be Brandon Ayuk when healthy. I think yes, but he's not healthy. But Devontae Adams, I still think is better than Smitty,
obviously.
And then I think this is a toss up. This is the tier that I had Smitty in. It was with the T Higgins and it was with the JSNs. I had JSN over
T Higgins Smitty combos in 2020.
I had JSN over Smitty.
We still having T Higgins.
You had JSN over Smitty, bro.
JSN was the number 1 receiver in the league
in
on the outside in yards run. On the outside, he was number 1 in yards per run route.
Wait, we got DJ Moore.
DJ Moore.
You got Amon-Ra.
I did not say DJ Moore. I think Smitty's better than DJ Moore, but if DJ Moore gets back to how he was, I could see that.
But what changed about DJ Moore though? Besides the fact that the play calling was dirt and he wasn't being used to his maximum capabilities.
I hated his effort on a down-to-down basis.
It was just,
he was throwing tantrums.
You know what?
I'm not gonna lie.
But I was watching when I watched.
I feel like
12
receivers. I feel like this.
Maybe
Shout out Mike. You know, we interviewed him last year. He on the channel. That nigga's not better than Devontae Smith, bro. I'm not.
Mike Evans?
Nah.
Yeah.
He's not.
Smitty provides you
everything
at a higher level than way more than Mike Evans. Like the only thing that's comparable between the two is hands. Like that's the only thing. Like that's
so why is George? So why do you have George Pickens over Lat McConkey?
I think the deep threat ability GPS wipes Lat McConkey. I think he has way better hands, and I think the Yak is in the same realm.
It's in the same.
That's
realm.
why I think it is.
It's in the same tier. His Yak is definitely.
I don't think the Yak is in the same realm.
Wow. You think Yak is go? You think this dude out here like Tavon?
I think Lat McConkey is arguably one of the very best Yak receivers in the league.
Yeah,
yes, I do.
Agree with that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Really good.
Yo,
where do you have him in terms of Yak?
You can't name me 10 receivers that are better than Lat at Yak.
You can't name 10 that's better than George Pickens.
Tyree.
I can.
That's better at Yak. I got you. Hold on. It's better at Yak. You got Tyree. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
Debo Samuel.
We're talking about
Tyreek, Jamar, AJ, Debo,
AJ Brown,
Malik,
AJ Brown,
Sun God,
Malik Neighbors, Puka, Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Moore.
How many is that, Josh?
That's 10.
Bro,
Nico Collins,
Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, Jalen Waddle.
That's in the same round, though. But
No.
I'm talking about y'all brought like a Mar shit like that.
Shit, and since y'all get that shit like that, Tank Dale got better Yak than Lat McConkey.
What?
I think
Tank Dale.
Yeah. My boy be injured though, so we can't even.
If my boy injured, bro,
I don't care about the injuries. I'm sorry.
Josh, Jamo or Lad? Yeah.
Wait, you said what? Debo or a Lad?
Jamo or Lad is Yak players.
Jamo.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Jamo better than Lad.
Next year, I'm not gonna lie about this year.
So just saying, I'm looking. I'm box score watching. But George Pickens this year had 4 broken tackles and he had 6 drops 5.8% drop percentage. Lad had a 4.5% drop percentage.
And George Pickens, all they can do is catch the football.
I'm not gonna lie, and I seen that.
I seen Jamar Chase.
Well, that's some boxes watching. That's nasty, bro. I seen the tape.
Bullshit. You can be not moved by defense.
Good. I'll put it like this.
You seen him
I'll put it like this.
Bro, I just cannot understand how you see this tape and you're not mesmerized by Lad McConkey.
I'm not mesmerized is crazy. What do I need to be mesmerized about?
Bro, the first matchup against the Chiefs, if you go back and watch that film, the first matchup when the Chargers played the Chiefs, Steve Spagnuolo defended Lad like he was the greatest receiver on the earth. The amount of defensive attention that he garnered as a rookie was insane, and he still produced. Did we not forget he went for over $150 in the playoffs against the Texas secondary?
That's it. He
180.
Crazy. He's not nice. Lad is not.
Lad is like Wes Welker, Tim Dwight 2.0, bro. We ain't already seen this before, bro.
No, he's not.
It's cool because if you look at those two dudes, Tim Dwight, Wes
Welker, McConkey is Antonio Brown.
They have what? No, you're right. He's podcast Antonio Brown. That's what he is. He's podcast Antonio Brown.
He said podcast Antonio Brown.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, I'm pretty playing.
Wes Welker, Lad McConkey's athleticism could not be further apart, bro.
But
then Wes Welker?
Lad McConkey is legitimately an insane athlete. Like he is.
Wes Welker was like 4.43 though. Hold on. Wes Welker
was he
coming out of Texas? Hold on.
He moved, but Lad moved better than West though.
Lad moved better
than West.
He's definitely more athletic.
Wes Welker was a 4.65.
Yeah, Wes Welker was dumb slow. 4.3.
Lad ran a 4.39. I want to hear none of that.
That would have fried my brain.
Lad ran a 4.39.
Oh, so he ran a 4.4.
Lad
ran 4.3.
Lad was a 4.9, and he was like elite at testing and like all the agility drills. He's a legit he's an elite athlete.
Wasn't his RES like damn near like, bro? Hold on.
It was like a 10.
Nah, Lad is nice.
His
bro,
RES was a 9.34, bro.
Comparing him to Cooper Kupp, Wes Welker, any receiver of that ilk is like.
That's my comfort, Lad.
There's innuendos.
Here's the problem.
I don't think he'll ever reach that peak. But
people think that Lad McConkey's a lackluster athlete because he's white. No, like that's it. That's what it is.
Nah, he's not. He's good. Nah, he's a good athlete.
Lad is nice.
He's a freak.
But number one, the Smitty disrespect is crazy. And then I'm not even about to. Nigga, I want the season to happen.
What happened to the George Pickens love? Yeah,
George Pickens will never be better than
I genuinely believe, for consensus wise, if it's just, I think that injury fried him because GP was having great games all year long.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Lad McConkey,
that Washington
better than Devontae Smith Bloomy, cuz that shit beautiful.
Yo, go watch Lad McConkey.
I do. Did you watch Smitty?
Yes, I watched Smitty. The Eagles went on the Super Bowl. I was forced to watch them.
Nigga, Smitty is
but not better than Smitty,
bro.
Smitty, let me say one thing. Smitty,
man, that boy dropped.
If you go to that situation, I think he could be like a 1,300.
Yeah, you put Smitty in that same situation, he's 1,300.
Yo, I put
I think that's just what Lad is just gonna do this year. So I think it's not even like.
You think Keenan Allen and Devontae Smith at their best?
Devontae.
I mean,
whoa. Okay, come on.
What?
That's kind of disingenuous because Keenan Allen at his best better than a lot of receivers.
Oh, Keenan.
Bro, Keenan's a demon.
I'm
2017 Keenan, he was in.
It's 2023 Keenan alone because he was going to have a career year before he blew out his. I think he had a crazy injury or something like that. He had some injuries.
Keenan Allen is some different.
Like 2023 Keenan Allen was.
Yeah, I thought he was washed. So.
And guess what? Lad McConkey just broke Keenan Allen's receptions, receiving yards, and touchdown records as a rookie. Stop playing.
He not better than Keenan Allen?
Yes.
Are you
will be? Yes, he will be. Lad McConkey will be. Absolutely.
That's not crazy.
Yo, we gotta stop comparing Lad McConkey to like average athletes. Like I'm looking at the comments. Lad is a young Hunter Renfrow. Like he's not the same type of
that. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I will say this. This is borderline racism.
Another Hunter Renfrow.
Like, bro, there's nothing. There is legitimately, and I'm not saying there's a flaw in Smitty games. That's his after the catchability. That's his biggest flaw. He does not break tackles at all. He goes down very.
He's 110.
I know. I'm not saying, but that is the flaw. Landon Collins legitimately has zero flaws in his game. He can play on the outside. He can play on the inside. He played on the outside the majority of his snaps with the Chargers. He has great hands. He's a great route runner. He's great after the catch. There's legitimately zero holes in last game. He's an elite athlete. Like what is the flaw in his game?
Bro, he a young Don Hudson, bro.
Chill out.
He a young Don Hudson.
You know what an elite athlete is, bro? It's like
that is racism. That is racism.
I'm gonna keep it going. He a young Don Hudson, bro.
Bro. But look, that's gonna end it. Feel what I'm saying?
All right, y'all.
I appreciate you pulling up. Everybody tapping in. Appreciate y'all. Homeboy, before we do our outro, whatever. Let me read this super chat real quick. Appreciate you, Vulture, always, my dog. Shout out, Pod. Also, let Waddle come to the Falcons. Y'all need Jesus. And appreciate you up with the sticker. But appreciate y'all tapping in with us. You know what I'm saying? We about to be at the 100th episode. The 100th episode, I'm gonna try to make it big, trying to get a bunch of big ass guests on because the 100th episode got to be something special. You know what I'm saying? Shit, man. Bam, you got anything you want to say before we head out, bro?
Nah, bro, not too much, man. Y'all boys just go give me a follow. Just Bama TV. Me, Trent over there. A couple of my co-hosts, old heads, Steven Nelson, Dante Marsh. We're over there talking football every Sunday at 7:30 EST. Y'all come fuck with us, bro. Old heads get a voice over there. Y'all know how we do. Yeah.
Jewel, you got anything you want to say before we dip out?
Nah, shout out to you guys. I really fuck with your show. I like the football talk on here. I like how passionate y'all get. And I get the same way. So I love talking with y'all.
Word, for sure. Appreciate you. Early, chill out. I always shout out my dog Early. Early, they be killing you on the IG. It's bad for you right now. But now shout out my dog. Y'all go subscribe to Early Shit, Open Field Podcast on his shit. I'm gonna drop the link in this shit after. But hey man, keep tapping in with us. We about to be at 10K on his name IG. Roll to 3K. And yeah, man. We gonna catch y'all. We out. Deuces.
Peace.
Queen,